I don't know. I really like a Southwest motif.
I can't decide between bed bugs and semen stains. You know, it's
I can choose.
Jeff had to rent a hotel just to do the show. That's all I had to hear. Just
Give me all the semen.
There we go, Sean.
God bless it.
5 minutes in. Here we go.
Bed bugs and semen stains. That's
God
that
damn it.
Disney movie, right?
That's your third album, isn't
That's
it?
that new band.
Oh, okay. They're great. All right.
I like their older stuff.
It's
Get
itchy
your,
and sticky at the same time.
Oh, okay. They're great.
I like their older stuff.
It's itchy and sticky at the same time.
All right. What was it? Hello. What was it? Huh? Oh.
What?
They're inside the house.
Yeah, that's got to be what it is. Hey, guys, we'll be right back. We got to restart.
Copy.
I mean, we might still be here, but you won't be able to hear us. And we're good. All right. Just a little restart. Where's that echo coming from now? Hello. Hello. Okay, that's James. James, that's a bit of an echo
Hello.
with you. Okay, that sounds good. We're just hearing ourselves in your mix for some reason.
I think it's Sean because Sean is his name's lighting up too.
Sean, is your volume on?
Sean's not muted.
Hello,
Oh,
hello.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, see it pop up.
That's better.
No. Hello.
Is it a
So
flagrant
I am,
difficulty?
but when you talk now.
Hello.
Oh yeah, it is. Echo.
Echo.
And now batting for the Yankees.
Yeah. Guys, we'll be right with you. If what? But is it going to be like that when we do the goddamn thing? Huh? It's just really loud. Like right now, if you mute your channel. Oh, no. Hello. Oh, maybe come down with your volume and up with the track then. Hey, Josh, See, now Josh is pissed. Can y'all not hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, they can hear me. Okay. All right, let's just fucking finish it. It's gonna be fine, Eric.
It's all Sean's fault.
It doesn't feel like
It's gonna be fine. It's just a little bit of echo. Just pretend we're in a really nice cave
With that,
with bats. Okay?
get a lot of
Bed
mascara.
bugs and semen.
Bed bugs and semen. All
Bat
of it.
semen.
All of it. Hey guys, how's it going? James Wright here. Welcome.
Hey,
Good to
a
see you.
connection issue the last time. Bummer.
Yeah, it's so we are also hello.
Hello.
Hold on, wait 1 second. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Anyway, I think we're getting it figured out over here. As long as everybody can hear us. We're broadcasting the echoes, which is what's weird. We've never done that before. But now
Sounds
it's
better
fixed.
right now.
Yeah, what'd we do? Did you have that mic on?
No, it's been off. But the echo a few minutes ago was because of the iRig was not being recognized.
Oh.
But now, any echo we hear now is just from the other
Okay.
people.
No, it sounds a lot better.
Fine. This is
This
a
is
manageable
A lot better now. A lot better now.
This is
Echo.
fucking fine now.
Echo.
This is great.
We have Apple product.
Perfect.
This is really
broadcasting.
great. Hello.
The luckiest.
Man. All right. Well, James, your connection is way better now. And you didn't get to play last time, did you?
No.
Well, we're happy you're here, man.
But
you
ask him what he had to buy to get it working.
What'd you have to buy to get it working? An iRig?
No, just whole new setup.
Oh, you had to buy a whole goddamn new thing.
Yeah, I got a desktop here, so
We'll send you a check
Jeez.
for your troubles.
Just when did it finish installing everything, James?
like 5 minutes before we went on.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Well,
Update
dude,
39 of
we'll
82.
get you on. We'll get you on as much. Let's try to run his score up.
Yeah.
Let's get him on as much as we can.
Make it worth it.
All right. Well, we're glad you're here, dude. Everything looks great. Coming through awesome. Zaldor, what's up, man? You look professional today.
Oh yeah, real professional. Yeah, I'm super professional. Always super professional. You know that.
How are the Lions going to be this year?
They're going to be awesome. They're going to win 16-0.
They're going to be from Detroit.
16 to nothing.
Against
Wow.
themselves.
Against somebody.
During a practice squad scrimmage.
It's sometime during the year.
It should be great. Josh, what's going on, dude? Are you back at school?
Back in school.
Awesome.
Back in
How's
the
it
thick of it.
How's it feeling so far, man?
My governor's a fuck around, so we'll see what happens.
We don't know anything about that here
We
in
got to
Texas.
talk about that on the show, actually, or we can talk about it now. We'll talk about it later. But I didn't catch the news until during later.
The
Yeah.
Schadenfreude,
Yeah.
whatever, however you say
Oh, I
that
can't
word.
wait to hear
I
all
was
about it.
Into it.
Oh man, can't wait. Jeff, what's going on? You traveling for work?
Yep. Always traveling.
Okay.
Yep. Settled in the hotel. Bag bug free somewhat. So pretty good.
Good. Jizz free hotel.
Do you have one of those black light wands?
No, I deliberately don't get that.
Yeah, don't do
because
that.
I'm
You don't wanna
afraid.
see almost.
Yeah,
That
nobody
sounds terrible.
out of sight, out of mind.
It's either blood, pee, or semen.
Well, we're
Or
glad you guys
combination.
are here. We're gonna have some fun. This is a good group. So let's play our little game here.
And now, Jared Goes to the Movies presents everyone's favorite podcast game show. It's time for 5 questions, where we ask 6 questions, and the high score is 7. Here's your host, Jared Reddick.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 5 Questions. We're glad to have you. Thanks for listening to the Jarrett Goes to the Movies podcast. Of course, we do this game every single week with some of our beloved Patreon followers and supporters. Man, we got a good one today. One of our OGs, 2 of our OGs, actually been here pretty much since we started doing this. Everybody give it up for Eric's favorite, Mr. Josh Millman, everybody, is here. There he is. And of course, everybody, it's funny. We used to fuck with him about his record, but Josh is 21. He's got 8 wins out of 21. Zaldor is catching up 5 out of 21. Give it up
I'm
for
catching
Zaldor.
up. Oh yeah, that's right.
No one ever saw it coming.
I did
Oh,
just
yeah,
realize
right.
we were supposed to have our tournament back in like March.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened to that. We were supposed to have like the losers tournament, the winners tournament. What happened to that?
We're
Right.
going to use that for a long time, aren't we?
Yeah, you're slowly working your way into the winners tournament. We're just giving you a chance. I mean, it's a couple of more
really.
coin flips, and Jason Ellsworth is fucking out.
Yep. Welcome.
No, we're not doing that tonight, though.
Nope.
We're not, no, that's not how
That's
the game
tomorrow
works
night.
anymore. So, tomorrow night we will be flipping a coin.
Oh.
Okay, and yes, Zaldor is here, and also he's tried twice. He's an awesome brother. Give it up for Jeff Millman, everybody. He is the oh man, I just lost it.
The
I just
second
fucking-
hottest Millman boy there
second
is.
hottest Millman boy. He
Have
is,
you seen all the Millmen?
the
I assume these are the only 2.
Well, you can't just assume.
In my heart, they're the only 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
And then
One more.
new to the show, we tried to have him once. He was not here because his shit sucked, so he bought all new shit. Give it up, everybody, for James Ridinger.
New shit.
New shit is James.
This is my new shit.
This is my new. I got a new phone case today and a new phone screen cover or whatever, and I feel like it was fucking Christmas.
How
Are you a new
case
man?
was it?
Yeah, it's fucking great. I got this like removable little wallet on the back. of it.
Okay, I don't know. I need you
Yeah.
to put the case back on with kickstand.
I know. Well, I'm gonna use intersperting.
Okay.
Somebody look that up.
Interspurting.
I made up a word. guys.
Challenge.
All right, you guys know how it works. Now, before we go, we have to take care of the fact that if we run into a tiebreaker, we're going to need to break that tie without a coin flip. That's right. The coin flip, much like helmet to helmet in the NFL, has been deemed very, very dangerous, and it caused Jason Ellsworth to have to get a new fucking kidney. So, with that being said, no more coin flips.
We can't risk that any
No,
longer.
we cannot do it.
We can't afford any more kidneys on the show.
No, we can't. We can't do it. So remind me how we do this again, Eric. You tell them to pick a number or something, right?
I do.
Take it away, Eric.
Let's bring back Springsteen. How many plays does the Boss's most popular song on Spotify, Dancing in the Dark, have as of noon today? Because it's always changing. People are always listening to the Boss. You will write down a number between 1 and 5 trillion.
That's right. And then you'll go ahead and I will go in order of beginners and back. And you will give us your number first. So, James Ridinger, how many plays does Dancing in the Dark have on Spotify?
No idea.
No, you're just guessing. It's like pick a number
Yes,
between
man.
1.
It plays on Spotify. As of which date?
As of today at noon.
Today. Couple hundred.
A couple
I don't
of
know, 200 million?
2,200 million.
No, 200 million.
Okay, 200 million. That's a good
200
guess.
million. Okay.
That's a good guess.
Huge.
Okay,
That's huge.
Jeff, what's your guess, man?
I said 195,000,001.
Okay, now that's a pretty good guess too. Really shrinking the distance between him and James there.
Mhm.
Zaldor, what you got?
I said 1,583,042. No, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, right.
1,583,042.
42. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then Josh, what is your
59,125,111.
All right. Thank you,
Right.
guys.
That's a very specific number. Wouldn't it be fucking funny?
He probably knew it.
Yeah, he probably did. Yeah, he loves the Boss.
Our hearts are connected, and he knew I was thinking about the Boss at
Right.
noon today.
Not really.
All All right, guys, here we go. Pins ready. You guys know how this works. James, you've listened to this enough, I hope, to know how it all works. You're basically going to write down your answer, and then when I call on you, you'll tell me what it is. And if you get it wrong, I will sometimes make fun of you. All right, here we go, guys. In the movie Inception, this is question number 1, of course. In the movie Inception, what the fuck is going on? No, I'm kidding. That's not actually the first question. That was me being hilarious.
It is a question.
Yes, that was me being hilarious. All right, guys. Here we go. In the movie Inception, what is the first line that Cobb or his wife will say to someone when they're starting to calm them down in the dream world? What is the first line that they say when they're trying to get somebody back in and calm them down when they're in the dream world?
I feel like I didn't watch the right movie.
I'll give you a
That's
hint.
a good.
I'll give you a hint. Do you know what it is?
Yes.
Okay, so that was a good enough.
It's a good question. It's
Okay.
hard though.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty tough. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go in reverse order again. James Ridinger, what'd you say, bud?
You're on a beach.
It's very close. Very close. Zaldor?
I said Jared is God, right? Jared is God.
Josh Millman.
You're waiting for a train.
All right. And Jeff?
You're waiting on a train.
The answer is you're waiting on a train, guys. Very
Good job.
very, very good. All right.
You know, in my defense, this is the first time I watched this movie today. I hadn't watched
Yeah.
it before today.
What?
I haven't either.
I hadn't either.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I've watched the movie about 50 times, so I should have known that one.
yeah.
I needed
Okay.
to watch it about 50 times. There's no way I would know
Yeah.
this stuff. That's why I said I'm going to fail miserably today.
Maybe
All right.
you were just dreaming. You watched it 50 times.
Here we go. Okay, that's number 1.
All right, guys. A little bit easier question. What is the first and last name of the son of the man who is dying and leaving the company to him in his will? What is the first and last name? Spelling does not matter to me because I probably couldn't spell it. Who's the first and last name of Tommy Shelby from Peaky
Cillian
Blinders?
Murphy.
Oh, you knew it. All right, guys. Let's see here. Where are we at?
Well, let me change my question real quick.
Oh.
Oh, did I fuck it up?
Dick.
I am so sorry.
Jeez.
I am so sorry, buddy. All right. Let's see. What did I do that time? Oh, okay. Zaldor, what you got?
I said Mike Fisher.
Okay, Josh.
Robert Fisher.
Jeff.
James Fisher.
All right, James. What did you say?
I had Rob Fisher.
Rob Fisher. I'm giving it to you. Robert Fisher is correct. I'm sure they called him Rob every once in a while.
That's just left the building.
Yeah, that's right.
James and Josh got that right. Very, very good. Jeff is coming back now. Let's just give him a second. Jeff, you're back. You're upside down. Holy shit! Okay, you're back. You can hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't see anything though. The Wi-Fi just dipped in the hotel.
All right, that's all right. As long as you can hear, we can see you.
Okay, cool.
All right, guys. Here we go. Number 3. Here we go. When they are in the dream world, what is the term for the event that happens to wake them up? When they are in the dream world, what is the term that they use for the event that wakes them up?
The Beastie Boys were a big fan.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be anything. It could be anything. It could be this or that, or it could be with a wiffle ball bat. Okay, Josh, what you got?
A kick.
All right, Jeff,
The kick.
James, the kick, and Zaldor.
I got the kicker.
You would be right if you said I'm 50 and I like to kick.
I'm a man.
I'm going to give him kicker. There's a slim chance that was fucking said once. You know what I'm talking about? Like maybe the guy
Yeah,
didn't
super
fucking
slim.
know. You know,
Like 0%.
like 0% chance that was said. All right, guys, we're coming up on question number 4. Josh, you've got a commanding lead with 3. Jeff and James both with 2, and Les, no surprise, in the rear end with 1. Doing great, buddy. All right, here we go, guys. In the movie Inception, how many people, including Sato, were on the team?
It's pronounced Seiko.
How many people, including Seiko, the watch guy, were on the team? I believe it was Sato, right? Yeah, because it was. We watched with the words on,
With a thing on.
Yeah, with the subtitles. I asked Casey yesterday. I was like, "I'm gonna do Portuguese or Spanish tonight, just to make it interesting."
Should really change it up.
Yeah, and you can fucking on Amazon. You can fucking do anything. It's crazy. Anything.
Huh.
Okay, Jeff, what you got?
6.
All right, James. Okay, says 6. Zaldor.
6.
All right, Josh.
6.
Yeah, 6er for the mixer. Good job, guys. All right, guys, here we go. Question number 5 for me. Josh with 4. Jeff and James with 3. Les with 2. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, when they go into the sleep here, they take a extra strong sedative. It makes the brain function 20 times more than normal. The first level, they're down a week. The second level, 6 months. How long are they gone in level 3 of Dream World? Also, how old was Kevin Costner in the movie Waterworld? I'm kidding about that one. You don't really need to know that one. That would be fucking mean. Nobody watched that movie.
Have you seen that?
I've seen parts of it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met anybody who's watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I think Chris Burney probably.
You guys have done that movie, have you? You haven't done that movie, have you?
No, I don't think any of us could sit through it. We saw that this one was 2.5 hours and almost fucking
It
freaked
ruined
out.
my day.
How long is it?
All right, James, what'd you put?
10 years.
All right, he said 10 years. It sounds like that was a guess. Was that a guess?
Everything's kind of convoluted or like mixed together, so I'm trying to remember everything at once. So
Well, you
I mean,
did-
I'm gonna go with
you did
10.
get-
I'm
you
with you,
just
James.
did
I
this
agree.
with all new shit. I'm sure it's confusing. Zaldor, what did you say?
I said 5 years. 5
Okay,
years.
Josh
10.
and Jeff.
10 years.
The answer is 10 years. James, if that was a guess, that was a very good guess. You guys are doing great tonight. Josh, of course, no surprise with 5. James with 4. Jeff with 4. Les with 2. Jeff Millman coming back in. This is, of course, your time now to spend with
10
Eric
years.
Dillo on
Fuck it, I'm just asking the question I was going to ask anyway. Because, whatever.
Yeah.
There's no rules.
Who Gives a Shit?
Yeah. So name the 2 actors from Inception that also appeared in the hugely overrated TV series Peaky Blinders.
Are they naming their character?
No, the 2 actors.
Got it.
Ooh.
Name 2 actors from Inception that also appeared in the television series that only dickheads like Peaky Blinders.
Literally one of my favorite shows of all time.
Well, that says it all.
Wow. Does it, Eric? Does it?
I mean, it doesn't say it all.
yeah. Well.
Oh, I thought it was a Happy Meal. Damn it.
All right, guys. This is a hard question. Les, what did you say?
I don't have a guess at all. I have no clue. What the hell is Peaky Blinders? I gotta watch that show now.
They're it's a
I've no
Hey,
idea.
mate.
it's a blinds company.
We're-
They come in. They're like,
Blinds.
hey, peeky, and they're, like you can
Peekaboo.
look out. Josh, what did you say, buddy?
Cillian Murphy and Tom Hardy.
Jeff Millman.
I said Tom Hardy and Elliot Page.
Okay, and then James, what did you say?
Cillian Murphy and Marion Cotillard.
The correct answer is Cillian Murphy and Tom Hardy.
So who got that? Josh?
Joshua J. Millman.
Josh Millman. Yeah, it took us. I was going to talk about that. It took a minute to pick Alfie out. Like it had to get into like the third or fourth time seeing him. All right, guys. Man, it's gonna be cut and dry here. Josh, you've got 6. James and Jeff both with 4. James and Jeff, you guys can both sit back, relax, and just know that you did not lose tonight. You didn't win, but you didn't lose. Les, it is now up to you, buddy. Josh, you sit back and relax. You are now in the so we will not actually, before we go to Sean, Eric, how many plays on Spotify does Dancing in the Dark by Bruce Springsteen have?
358,806,726, which would have made
Everybody knows that.
James our winner, even though he was
because Josh went over. It's closest. They can go over.
Josh said 59 million.
Yeah, I was at 59 million.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you're right. Hey, don't get snippy. I don't remember.
I didn't.
It's not my job to write it down.
You know what? It's not his job to know.
Anyway, good job, James. James, that means like if you had not gotten one more or 2 more questions, right? You would have just gotten to move on anyway. I'm sorry that didn't happen for you tonight. Les, it's going to be up to you, Josh. Once again, you did do the best tonight, but who knows whether you're going to win or lose. Les, here we go, buddy. Enjoy.
It's time for Sean's questions, the 7th question, and sometimes it's hard.
All right, Les, we have 5
Be nice.
categories.
Be nice, Sean. Be nice. Be nice.
Batman, Searching for Robert Fisher, Level 1, Money, Mr. Charles.
I'm gonna go with Batman.
Batman. Director Christopher Nolan, who is responsible for the 3 Batman films starring Christian Bale, has also casted many actors from those movies into Inception. Name all 6 actors to appear in the Nolan Batman films as well as Inception.
That's not what you're gonna ask me.
All right.
Scarecrow. Scarecrow. That's what I thought you were gonna ask me.
This fucking shit's supposed to be hard, right?
I know, right? Somebody was gonna ask me Scarecrow. I got that one off the
What's
bat.
funny is 2 of them, or one of them at least, we already know.
No.
I don't know.
That
his
guy's
fucking name.
was he not in Batman? Oh, 2. They were both in Batman. Alfie was in Batman.
I don't know who Alfie
I
is.
didn't know that.
No
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, that's crazy.
I have no idea, so I forfeit.
Well,
I
I'm
knew
gonna
the guy's
just go
Scarecrow, but I don't know what his name is. So
I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say there's no fucking way he knows this shit.
No.
exactly.
our
No,
winner
you're
tonight-
exactly right, Jared.
You're finally back on the board, Josh. It is your favorite, everybody, Josh Millman.
Nice job, Josh.
You're Tony Romo to his brothers Philip Rivers, and you guys seriously, you guys should go as Tony Romo and Philip Rivers for Halloween.
Okay.
All right.
Good
Okay.
talk, guys.
They're gonna do it.
Hey, congratulations, Josh. Zaldor, good game. James, thanks for finally joining us, man. It's awesome to have you. Safe travels to you, Jeff. And as always, man, we could not keep doing the show if it weren't for you guys. Thank you for taking time out of your day to be a part of the show. We'll see you guys soon, okay? Y'all be good.
Bye.
See you guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
You can see it in her eyes, the doubts we all go through. We'll see you through those unsure looks, just staring back at you.
When you're ready for contact lenses, trust the Pearl team of experts for the right lenses and a comfortable fit.
You'll see it in her eyes, that look you'll always prize. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
There's a certain kind of person who's always working to do things better. At Bank One, we have 9,000 of them.
9,000 people care how well we serve. We're a company, a winning team of 9,000 people who care. Bank One.
days only. Just 4 days for the Fredder Appliance in the store warehouse sale. 4 days this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Don't spend more than $163 for this 19-inch color portable TV or $237 for this Magnavox VHS video cassette recorder.
The Fredder Appliance 4-day in the store warehouse sale. 4 big days this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
4 days of low prices just for you.
To help them in the never-ending battle against the evil Decepticons, the Autobots create a new breed of robots, Dinobots.
More than meets the eye. Dinobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers. Robots in disguise.
The Decepticons are attacking. Dinobots get them. Captain the Dinobots.
Transformers from Hasbro.
You can wish upon a star fairy.
Yes, it's time to come into Castle Wistar, our home in the clouds. Sparkle, I've been granting wishes all day. Now can we have a party? First, take a nap.
Star fairies sold separately.
Now? Yes, I'm taking a bath. Now we can dance. There's only one thing I love more than dancing. What? Making wishes come true.
New Castle Wish Star comes with bed, bath, throne, and maypole. Your parents put it together from Tonka.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, a weekly podcast where Jarrett Reddick and friends get together and talk about a movie that they watched that week. Plus, whatever the hell else is on their minds. Get ready for the best hour and a half you'll have in the next hour and a half. Here they are, Eric, Casey, Sean, Amy, and because he's famous, his name's on the show, Jarrett. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the program. I'm Jarrett. This is Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Man, we got a bunch of merch in our merch store. You guys should go check it out. Most of Sean made like 18 designs, and it's all print on demand, so you can get whatever size you want. And if you are a Patreon supporter, by the way, even at the dollar level, you get 20% off.
It's a good deal
of your purchase. So you can just go to jarrettgoesthemovies.com, right? And there's a link right there.
Yes. If you need the code and you don't have it, message me.
Yep. Just message us and we would be happy to provide you with said Patreon code to get you your 20% off. But this isn't just a ploy. This show is not just a ploy to sell you.
We're
t-shirts.
also selling coffee cups.
We do that too.
And a knife set.
And
what?
Well, no, we did
caller?
not do the knife set.
Shit.
We got to do a perk, by the way, because the thing that we were going to do in June is not available because of you're supposed to go. How come?
How come?
Because of COVID.
Got it.
That's been going on.
Can't get them shipped over here.
They still doing that thing?
They're fucking out of everything everywhere. Today,
yeah, we were going to send you all these microchips, these little computer chips that
just can't get them.
Can't find them.
No, it's funny. It's like so the other day I was at Panera and they were out of large cups. So she said, "We're out of large cups, so I just gave you 2 medium diet Dr. Peppers."
And I was at
thanks.
I went to
How
run
handy.
Everett through Sonic after school, and they were out of the small cups, and then they're just out of weird stuff everywhere.
That's so
Everybody's out of weird shit. Yeah, it's like cups and napkins and stuff. Or like Whataburger didn't have picante sauce.
Starbucks didn't have any of the lids. Like they just had to use like the Frappuccino lids on everything.
What in the world? I'm just gonna drink a scalding hot coffee with a
just
big
No, now
hole
you
in
get
the
about
top.
10% more. Am I right?
I guess.
I don't know. That's a risky little game.
Fucking trust
I'd-
right there.
I'd rather try it. Get a little bit more.
I don't know. Ask that lady who got coffee spilled on her crotch at
Ooh,
McDonald's.
yeah. Remember,
Okay, they weren't using the Slurpee lids, so
remember how we all made fun of that?
Yes.
And then
until we saw the pictures.
Yeah.
Everybody should watch the
and-
documentary on that. It's so fucking interesting.
We made so much fun of it. They made a Seinfeld episode picking on that shit, and then the internet happened.
And all she wanted was like $8,000 to cover medical expenses.
Like the suit was
And they
nothing.
said no.
That it was little. That's it, right? That's on the documentary. She was suing them for nothing, and then she ended up getting $200 and something million.
Good
or
for
something.
her.
I just made that up, but it's a lot of money.
she did get a lot of money.
You know,
Should be.
It is. I
To have
anyway.
your labia scalded to the inside of your legs.
So speaking of shit, people are just out of shit everywhere, right? So my wife comes home from the first soccer practice. Everett's starting soccer this year. We're excited. He's excited. He says this is his dream coming true. He's going to start soccer. So he's fucking stoked. His schedule, by the way, if you want to hear it, you got to go listen to
I don't want to talk about it.
No, I know. I'm not going to repeat it here because it stresses everybody out. So go listen to the last episode of Rockstar Dad Show.
You want to just hear his Thursday?
I go through the whole
don't do
thing.
Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. You don't
This
want to do
Thursday, I had to pick him up from school. At 3:05, he has piano. At 3:35, he has drums. At 4:30, he has gymnastics. And then at 8:00 p.m., he has baseball practice.
Oh,
nope.
Oh,
Kid's bedtime's 8:30, so
it's gonna Fridays are gonna be tough.
Why is he so good at everything?
Yeah.
Tell him to quit.
I tried. I was like,
Tell him
let's
to
just freeze this thing, and he was like, I can do it.
Yeah.
You just
So-
quit.
He goes to his
exactly.
first practice and they decide they're gonna be the Yellow Jackets.
Oh my god!
But the soccer jersey store is out of yellow. All
'Cause of
they had
COVID?
was black.
Probably.
So
Are they
they're-
going to wear yellow?
No,
jackets?
they're the black jackets.
Nope.
Which
That's not a real thing.
After doing further research, is
it?
definitely I'm pretty sure all white German Turkish
Yeah, I don't think you
gang
can do
criminals
Nazi.
like modern.
Yeah,
crime
you guys
gang.
are going to have some extra cheers at your section.
Yeah.
I'm just pissed because I ordered a bunch of
Too
shirts that
harsh.
said Yellow Jackets on them because like a soccer mom asshole
Just fucking
and yellow bandanas and stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna do all the no.
They're all going to be chugging beer out of Das
Just
boot on the
fucking-
sideline.
You have made
Rammstein
the-
shirts and shit.
You have made the nation proud.
God.
Fucking great.
Yeah.
You're going to
Anyway.
have some sponsors.
So those of you who tune into the show when we do this live, and here's the thing, if you just and the majority of our audience, this is an audio podcast. I don't know how many times I can fucking tell you guys. We get so excited to do the video portion of this, but quite frankly, this is, thousands of people listen to the audio podcast.
Tens
of people watch the live stream.
Oh my god, I'll have people like say be like, hey, I can really get your views up, like or your podcast listens up on Twitch, and I'd be like, it's not the fucking podcast.
Yeah,
You don't
that's
care
not what
about
we
You don't know
that.
shit about my podcast.
Yeah.
I like to think that Sean doesn't even release the podcast, and we don't even know it, and we just do this every week.
There's
And he just-
definitely stuff.
And he just gives
That
us
could
numbers
happen.
that make us go, ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, neat.
Yeah. Way to go.
So what was I fucking talking about? Oh, you're not even gonna know this, but we had to cancel 2 episodes. Everett came home from a trip to grandma's with a cold, and now basically, if you get a cold, people just assume the worst, right? I mean, it's seriously like just somebody sneezing now in the store. Like you literally look at them like they've just fucking shot somebody, right?
Derek sneezed at Meet the Teacher, and we were almost asked to leave.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
That's just it.
Yep.
that teacher's not gonna give Henry bad grades.
So
Yeah.
Casey caught it, and she got like a little bit of cough, and I was just running around going,
You've got AIDS.
and
That's
Just-
sneezing AIDS.
yeah, just
Wonder where she got it from.
and but so anyway, we had to cancel one for that, which I'm glad we did actually, because she ended up getting like actually sick.
I was like, I didn't have a little cough. I was miserable for like
Yeah.
a week.
On your
no,
birthday.
no.
On your birthday.
On my
too.
birthday, she had a little cough. We canceled the podcast.
Yeah,
Maybe
better.
let me fucking finish
No,
one
it-
goddamn story.
It morphed.
Anyway, yes, she ended up being really fucking sick. You buttholes. That's what I was gonna say. And then the last one, Eric's little girl, Greer, had a big scare. They thought that maybe she had like some kind of bone virus or something.
Which I had never even fucking heard of.
Yeah.
And so Eller had been sick earlier in the week. I took off a couple of days to try to keep them separated from each other.
Right.
Because you got to.
You've got to keep them separate. Man, I wish I had that. That would be amazing. There's no way I could have found that though. Like I don't
Sure,
know where
the
anything is anymore.
Quick twitch muscles or whatever they call
Yeah.
them. But it didn't work, and she ended up getting sick. But yes, she woke up on Friday with basically the same symptoms, fever, and just not feeling very well. But then she starts complaining that her back was hurting, and that's kind of a weird thing,
Especially for a little one.
They say when
Yeah.
they're little, they say that if they're stiff or something, you just take them.
Yeah, and they're you know, especially if they're related to each other, the fever and the back hurting. So we went to Kelsey took her to Children's, and then I had to go up there and and in the meantime, Kelsey texts and says, doctor's trying to rule out a bone virus.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm like, what the fuck is a bone virus? I've never even heard of that.
I would think herpes.
I was thinking like bone cancer, which is which it
That's
was
not
really.
funny.
I mean, we
Okay,
were
well,
talking,
that's not fucking funny.
That's not funny. But we were talking that day. I was having a tough time.
You were very
with it,
upset.
and I made the mistake of Googling
Oh,
bone
no.
virus.
No.
God damn it.
Yeah, I wrote him back and I go, to quote literally every doctor ever, don't fucking ever Google anything ever.
It was really more like out of concern for her, but more out of curiosity of this thing I'd never heard of in my entire life. Like, is this a common thing? No. Is it serious? Yes,
Right.
very. It turned out that that's not what was going on. It was just they were unrelated. That's fine, but my God,
Man,
Friday
when you
was
texted us
stressful
with
fuck.
her symptoms, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
His little girl has meningitis.
Yeah.
And you said that you were feeling sick to your stomach. I was feeling sick to my stomach.
We were all
I
fucking
was
bummed
just
out.
waiting for some updates and all the things.
Well, and
so
then
I'm
Amy-
glad that she's okay.
Amy said that because we had all we were all together that night, or no, the next night. So we were talking about you, and she said, you know, I thought it could be meningitis, and I was like, well, I didn't know girls got that. I thought they got meningitis.
Oh, wow. What a delivery, too.
I fucking started laughing before I even started on the part that I was adding to the thing.
Sean approved joke.
We are getting to the bottom. I feel like over the last
Of your
month,
penis? Of your penis.
to the bottom of both the bottom of my penis. And
you have two?
What Sean finds funny. And it's not the obvious things.
No, it's
not-
never the obvious shit.
And
ever.
it's not necessarily quick-witted things. It's more like low-lying, under the radar.
Okay, hang on.
Like, I want you to go all the way to the bottom of my penis.
There's different levels. Like, I could find something funny and
Wow.
I'll laugh inside. But if you get me to crack a smile,
He'll run outside and laugh.
you're on your way.
Yeah.
But this wow thing, especially what I texted you
Oh.
about this, I'm watching this housing show, like where the guy goes and shows people houses and stuff.
Yeah.
And every couple that go into a house, they're all like, wow,
Oh, wow. An open concept.
Wow.
But I'm hearing Owen Wilson in my head or Eric, and I'm fucking losing it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good. A painted brick fireplace.
Oh, wow.
We're going to have to knock that shit out, I guess.
Ship lap.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh man. Well, I am glad that she's okay. It took Casey a bit to get over that, and I thought I had something for a day or two, and it's probably just being a dick.
Yeah, just sympathy.
Yeah.
That's probably what
you
it
were
was.
assuming the symptoms.
That's it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's been good. I'm gonna change directions here just a little bit because Eric, you've got a birthday coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that we are getting together for said birthday. I assume that's still happening. Is that still happening?
Yeah, as far as I know.
We're gonna fucking rage.
Yeah, fireballs.
We're gonna be fucking stoked. You
Blowing you up.
can't get Ubers at your place, right?
Sure you can.
Yeah.
You just got to schedule them like a week in advance.
Yeah, it's like a stagecoach.
But yeah,
Right on.
it'd be fine.
Yeah, it's like the Wells Fargo wagon.
Yeah.
Be better off to rent a helicopter if like
Sure.
all of y'all are coming.
Right.
And just fly it over.
Yeah, I'll fucking do that. Anyway, because my wife has really upped her gift game, we wanted you to open your birthday present on the air tonight. So that people who
heavier
watch
than
and
you would
listen
think.
to the show can share in just this amazingness.
And we didn't mean to get all sappy on you this year, so
Yeah. So it is a bit sentimental. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to let you go. Go ahead and okay. So he's taking the paper out. It's a very shiny. Ooh, nice little box there. Okay. Oh, he's doing the.
I
He's,
thought it was
he's doing,
Tiffany's.
he's doing the dad thing. He just
like
did the
it that
dad
much.
thing where you hold it up, like, you do the Robert De Niro face and just kind of look at it.
Oh my gosh, that is a Robert
Oh,
De
yeah.
Niro face.
Do that. So, all right. And, now, here's the thing about the box. Wait, before you go ahead.
Oh.
We didn't have the box engraved because I didn't know exactly what the fuck. I just thought it was a box. I think both of us did, but it's a box that has a place for engraving on it. And so it just looks like we're assholes and didn't put anything on it. But
I don't know that I would have known that.
okay.
Yeah, I was like, why'd you tell him
It's
that?
just
Oh.
decorative.
Anyway, all right. So go. It's a pocket watch.
Oh, I can't read it.
Uh-oh, he's gonna need glasses, guys.
Nobody had better. Oh,
Can't do it.
nobody had better
Smoke.
in this building but me.
Wait, you gotta open it.
Okay, now open it up.
It's a quote from a very important person in your life.
Think you're gonna recognize him immediately. Do you not know who it is yet? Is it sinking in? There wasn't maybe a photo of him hanging up at your first job? Maybe in Boise, Idaho?
Oh my.
When you went to the mother store and
So, Joseph Albertson.
Oh,
yeah.
You guys.
gosh.
You think I'd recognize that face anywhere?
Yeah, I know. I tell you what. Wait, she had a hard time whittling down the photos. We went back and forth.
Okay.
Obviously, those of you who are wondering what's going on, you need to be a fan of the show to know the backstory here.
And here I was gonna make sure to text you guys in the next couple of days and say, please, no gifts.
Remember,
But
it's my
now-
birthday.
Yeah,
Wait,
thank
I
you for
have got to
not
see this
forgetting.
next commercial break.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
I'd like to
guys.
point out that while searching for quotes from Joe Albertson,
Yeah.
that was the only one that didn't involve the customer or food,
Right.
Well,
which
he
also
was
would have been funny.
but he was known for his quality food service
And that
at affordable prices.
Casey, so
Oh
what
yeah,
would be-
no, that's true. Because one of them is you got to give the customer the merchandise they want at the price they can afford,
Okay.
complete with lots of tender, loving care.
Wait, read him the full quote for the smoking one.
Nobody had better smoke in this building but me, but I'm allowed to smoke here because I started this goddamn company.
I thought you were going to say we had a hard time picking a quote because, like, given the time frame, maybe.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm not trying to sully the reputation of Joe Albertson
No.
at all.
Sure. Well, the other thing is you had
In-
5 lines with 12 characters each, and so like that's the reason that we couldn't put his name on there.
Oh.
And so then it was just like, okay, well he'll know who it is when he
I
opens
think
it
it's
up.
funnier
No,
without
I
it.
think the mystery.
No, when I
makes
opened
better.
it, I thought maybe it was from a movie or something. Or who was that guy that we used to always talk about died? The original This Just In.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Fucking Sean
Robert
De Niro.
Lambton. That
What?
sounds right.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
Lambton.
Robert Prosky.
Robert Prosky. I thought it was Robert Prosky.
Well,
thank you.
Happy
guys.
birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday.
And,
birthday.
guys,
Thank
I'm
you.
excited. Apparently, I don't introduce you guys anymore because the theme does it. But it's like Eric is here, the lovely Casey, Amy, Sean 316, and today's guests, your butt. So I'm really excited.
Your
Nice
butt's here.
to have my butt here
Yeah.
tonight. Yeah, I think that's enough small talk for now. We got a pretty long movie to talk about, and a lot of deciphering of what the fuck is happening on this fucker.
We don't have to decipher shit.
This is a by the way, Friday the 13th and what's the other one?
500 days of summer.
500 Days of Summer. We will be making those up. We watched 500 Days of Summer. We've got the whole goddamn
Oh,
my
I'm
notes
sorry.
and everything. So we'll get those back on the schedule. Those of
Sorry
you who are
for Friday
looking
Friday
forward
the 13th.
to it. Yeah. Well, that's just it. That's what I was trying to say is that you were starting to feel ill on the Friday. We canceled, which was a good thing to do. And then by Saturday, which was your goddamn birthday, you were really, really sick. And so when you guys rudely cut me off and fucking gave me shit for being a dick, that's what I was going to say. And I was going to give you both $10,000, but now you can both go fuck yourself.
Now
Do I still get my $10,000?
Yes, 100%. Sean, give the lady her money. All right, guys. Here's the thing. You guys know by now that this show is 100% supported by our listeners, our Patreon supporters. Everybody who donates once a month, not once an episode, once a month, as little as $1 a month, helps us keep it going. Helps the guys get gas money to get over here. Helps us with computers and mics and things like that, and perks basically to give back to you guys. So if you want to be part of the winning team, just go to patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies, and you'll be fucking glad you did. Don't forget, with just $1 a month, you get 20% off of merch. At $5 a month, you get hundreds and hundreds of hours of outtakes. Because when we record these, they're 3.5, 4 hours long, and Sean cuts it down to what? What do you try to cut it down to? Like an hour and a half, 2 hours?
I try to do 2 hours. Otherwise, Rodon will mail me a letter yelling at me.
If it's too long or not long enough.
If it's too long.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
sometimes it'll hit 2:30.
Right.
If depending on scheduling, I might have to make it 3 hours.
2:20, 2:21.
Amy's husband used to have a job.
Yeah.
And when he did, he wouldn't listen to our show because he couldn't get it in one commute.
Now he doesn't do much, and he still doesn't listen.
It wasn't about the commute at all.
All lies.
Fuck you, Derek.
By the way, he is not unemployed. He just doesn't have to work there anymore. He does his own shit. He's got his own boss.
He's got his own car.
He's right.
Worked 2 jobs. He's a bad broad.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, try and support the show if you can. If you want to help us out though, and you don't, and whatever, and I understand these are fucking hard times. Not everybody has $1, $5, $10 a month to be throwing at us. This podcast over here happening in this little room in Prosper, Texas. I totally get it. Then go to wherever you listen to podcasts, give us a good review. Give us as many stars as you possibly can and say something nice about the show. That shit helps just as much as the financial stuff. So anyway, enough trying to get you guys to do something for us. Let's talk about the people who already have. We have a new supporter, guys, at the $10 level. Mandy Birch is here, everybody. Welcome to the family.
She's a fine girl.
Mandy, you're a fine girl.
You're a fine girl.
What a good wife you would be.
But I'm already
I
married.
bet she loves that.
It was Brandy.
Oh,
I
I'm
think.
sure she does. It was Brandy. Yeah. No, it's oh Mandy,
There it
you
is.
came and you did without taking. Yeah, you're right, Casey. She probably fucking hates that.
I said
Yeah.
she loves that.
Oh,
I bet
yeah, she probably
that's her favorite thing.
This is a David Dooley and Woody Chambers production. David Dooley and Woody Chambers, who we had in the same room at the Bowling for Soup show, having beers, and fucking forgot to take their picture. Would have been nice. Our producers are also our Patreon supporters. They are at the $20 level and up, and they are Ad Craner, Amy Strongbottom Pittsinger, Andy Smith, Brian Mason, Brian Sullivan, Brian Dunning, Shell Ordway, Chris the $12 Million Man Cranfill, Chris Jacobs, Corey Reed, Daniel Cotton, David Dooley, David Kendrick, David, the original Murray, Dennis Hopper, Denny Chambers, Diane Small, Dom Sheriffenberg, Petretta, Ernie is a soul man, McCracken, Gage Strickland, Gregory Cordone, Greg Lee, Greg the Hammer Stevens, A Hangover You Don't Deserve podcast, Holly and Ollie Oxenfree, James Ridinger, Jared's, that's a fun one, guys. That was a really good one. Jared Spear, Dr. Jason Ellsworth, Jason Palladino, Jeff Millman, Jeff Yeager, fucking Joe Barlow, Rat Pack Joey Bishop, John Gickler, Joseph Richards, Josh Hanlon, Josh Millman, Kate Etro, Katie Gardner, Kim Murphy, Kirsty Fisher, Lily Carly Holohan, Lindsay, the sponsor, Lisa Wenzel, Lucy Murray, Mandy Pretty, Michael McClary, Michael Price, Mike Breton, Mike Leblanovitz, Nick Brignoni, Rodon James, Ray Elliott, Rich Osborne, Robert Dirty Muffins O'Doyen, Ryan Clydesdale, Sean Blackstone, Sean Barger, Steve May, Steve Rhodes, Tom, Mickey Mantle Murray, Trey Wren, Vinny Cataldo, Wendy Mata, Woody Chambers, and Sfee Hurst, everybody. I am super excited to just be having an episode. I missed you guys. I missed it's when we go this long, it just makes me sad. We're going to talk about the movie Inception tonight. Now, don't forget, I just want to remind our Patreon supporters once again, everybody at the $35 level and up, you can send us a review, video or audio, and we will share it with our listeners. We'll play it on the show, and you can have your 2 to 2.5 minutes of fame.
This seems like it would have been a prime candidate for someone to come on and really take the piss out of Inception.
Yeah, or fucking sing its praises, because a lot of people do. Inception is rated PG-13. It came out in 2010. It's an action sci-fi movie, 2 hours and 42 minutes. All right, guys. I'm wondering what you guys think the reviews are like. If you looked at my page, then don't guess. But
I haven't looked.
All right, so what do you think? Actually, don't worry about IMDb. What do you think Rotten Tomatoes is?
92%.
Ooh, okay. Casey, do you want to guess? Or do you already know?
I think I know, so
Okay.
I'm not going to.
Everybody else already knows?
I haven't looked.
I haven't looked.
Okay, what do you think it's going to be?
What'd she say? 92?
92.
I'll take $1.
Okay. 8.8 out of 10 on IMDb, 87% on Rotten Tomatoes.
All right.
It surprises me, and here's why. I liked it. I think I'd probably like to watch it again. This is very Fight Clubby to me. Like it needs to be like the second time you watch, you're like, oh fuck, oh, this thing. And it's like, because it's definitely one of those ones where like after the movies, or as they're getting back through everything backwards at the end, it puts together the whole front part of the movie for you.
I've seen this movie so many times, and I don't watch it without learning something new.
Really?
Even this time.
Right. Well, that's
I think you're right. You can't just watch it once and then have an opinion.
$160 million to make this. Now, I assume lots of effects, lots of CGI, lots of animation, all of that shit.
Lots of Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'll tell you that much. The box office, $837 million.
They done did it.
So this, with streaming revenue and all of that stuff, is $1 billion movie.
On 160.
Yeah.
I mean, they make rom-coms for 160.
Right. This is one of those ones where you said the creator of this did the Batmans, Sean. This is like, he makes this movie. He now has his own deal. He doesn't even have to get greenlit anymore. He just makes whatever the fuck he wants now.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan
he can do whatever.
Pretty sure that happened years before that.
Did it? So I'm
That's
sorry.
probably why he was able to do this.
Probably. I'm unfamiliar. So what else would I know? I didn't watch
anything that explodes.
Memento, the three Batman.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought we were watching, actually.
Oh, no,
I'm
I'm thinking of Michael Bay when I said anything that explodes.
He's got 8 movies in the American Film Institute top 250.
No shit. So I honestly always get these confused. I thought we were watching Memento. So Inception,
That's fair.
Okay, it's gonna be the tattoo guy. Then we turn the thing on and it's Leonardo up there, and I go, oh shit, it's that guy. And then and one of my favorite actors of all time. I think I'm on record on this show. I think for his generation, he's the greatest actor of that generation. And I don't even think anybody else comes close.
I agree.
Is his generation also Tom Cruise, or is this generation?
I think
past
so. They're
Tom
about the
Cruise?
same. No, I guess Tom Cruise is a little bit older, but Tom Cruise is not in the fucking ballpark. He's not even on the same
Tom Cruise
goddamn.
makes good action movies.
He's not a good actor.
First of all,
Okay.
I'm not saying that I think Tom Cruise is on the same level.
You're just
I'm just trying to figure out what where our age range is here, because there are some guys like John Malkovich, or
Older.
Who's the guy from
Who's that guy?
My Left
Where
Foot?
can I?
And,
Tom Hanks.
Stewie Griffin.
No, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh yeah, that dude fucking quit acting. Did y'all know that?
he only acts once every 12 years,
I think-
wins an Academy Award, then fucks off to
I would probably do
wherever
that too.
Again.
I think he fucking seriously he just didn't like the way that it all works and was just like, fuck this, I'm out.
Cool.
He could go do stage or something if he
I think
really
that's what
wanted
they do.
to.
They like go find like some little shitty theater company or whatever, and they walk in and go,
art film.
if you guys, hey guys, if you need an Abraham Lincoln, I'm your fucking man.
He would
Four
be the
score
fucking
and
man.
7 years ago, dudes. Let's fucking
Dudes.
party. That's how he talks in real life.
No, it's not.
It is. Yeah,
I think
You're
it might
thinking
be.
Spicoli.
Oh, that might be it. Yeah, it could be. Now, anyway, but okay, so the reason that I think Tom Cruise might be in that same world is he can't be that much older.
No, but I don't think it's necessarily their ages, but when they were acting. So I think Tom Cruise
Was
was
acting,
acting
way before.
yeah, in movies and stuff. Leonardo DiCaprio was acting
On
in
Growing Pains.
Growing
Casey,
Pains and
How old
shit
are,
like that.
are they? How old is Leonardo and how old is you already did it. Let's see.
13 years
Does
separate
it
the
say it on
two.
my thing? Okay, so 13 years older. So
Yeah.
how old is Leonardo?
46.
46, right?
Perfect.
So
Yeah, he is.
how old's
Yeah.
Brad Pitt? Like 52?
Probably.
That's a good guess.
No, I bet he's older than that. I think he's 50.
No, 52 sounds great.
57.
57.
What?
Yeah, he is.
Wow, he's
People
doing
talk
great.
about how good Jennifer
gonna
Aniston
be
looks
60.
at 50. How fucking good does that dude look at almost 60 years
How old is
I
John
don't know. I feel
Stamos?
like he's starting to kind of get that
Oh, I like it.
crinkly under eye
Yeah, I think
situation.
that- but see, you like it when dudes age
So
gracefully.
does
like,
Leo, though.
yeah, Leo looks fucking great. He does. He looks cool. I always wondered what because he looked like a little boy for so long.
Yeah.
He looked so young for so
He
long.
had a baby
It's like,
face.
like Ralph Macchio still looks exactly the same, and you're like, yeah, I guess that guy's never gonna fucking age. It's fucking
Right.
weird. But who's the guy that everybody thinks is Brian from Anchorman? It's
Paul
called-
Rudd.
Paul
Paul
Rudd.
Rudd.
He does not age.
He doesn't age, but he sort of does. He just
in the
looks,
best way.
Yeah, he just looks incredible. But I mean, he doesn't look like he looked when he was
He
on
really
Friends.
You're
but yeah.
clueless.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was on Clueless.
He
Yeah.
was.
You threw him at us on trivia the other day in a movie that I think we didn't figure it out.
No, we didn't. It was
It was something wacky.
yeah, it
Penis,
was,
Penis Face 2.
Penis Face 2. Yep,
Yeah.
that's what it was. Yeah, that's
well,
right.
that's an early film for him.
Well, he did
Penis
that.
face also.
Yeah. You know, he almost didn't get Ant-Man because they were like, Penis Face, you already did Penis Face 2. You can't do two superheroes. And he was like, well, Ryan, what's his face did?
was
Reynolds.
Deadpool and
Green Hornet, Lantern,
yeah,
something. Green something or other.
Green horny.
Green
Horny.
Giant.
Remember, did y'all
Ho,
have that
ho.
when you were kids? And if you wore green, they'd be like, you're horny. Like green.
Yeah, Green was horny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Like, so David Smith painted his dick green one time in art class and showed it to Luann Pierce, and he got suspended from school.
that's
But
not
how
true.
did Lou Ann Pierce
That
take
can't be
it?
true.
It is a true
I
story.
feel like he knows all the names.
yeah,
Valid.
And he,
What grade?
This was in, it's elementary school. It was fifth grade. I think it was fifth grade. It was fourth or fifth. Anyway, and he was uncircumcised. He was the guy that could hold the end of his dick and it would blow up like a balloon, and then he'd squeeze it and like it would like shoot out.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
he
That's
say
a
that
trick.
again.
It's I didn't. Is that something all of those dudes can do? Is there any English people on the thing? Can y'all do that shit?
Yeah. Good day,
Okay,
mate.
say it again.
How's your
You do
penis?
what now?
So he's uncircumcised. So he
Yeah.
could hold the end of his dick, like
Uh-huh.
pinch it together.
Yep.
And then I
would
guess
start
urine would like build up in there and it would like blow up like
That
in
doesn't
there.
sound
and then
right.
he would squeeze. I swear to God, this kid could do it. So I don't know if it's like fucking milk
A
through your
medical
eyes or
issue?
whatever.
Wait, are you saying in the so it would build
We
up?
have
and
a
then he-
representative
and then
from
he would
England in the
shoot
room.
It?
Then he would just squeeze it. And
Yes,
he
they,
would,
I
can,
could
they can
do-
do that.
I
they
could,
can.
I could do that with breast milk. I could shoot it.
So Smiley Day from the UK said,
Prove
"Yeah,
it.
we can do that." Yeah. So
Yes,
representatives,
yes, we can.
representatives from England in the room. Yes, we can. See, here's what's funny is that's one of those things that happens to you when you're a kid, and you just that's where that stays, right? So it's like that kid David Smith could do this thing with his dick, and it was so crazy.
I'm surprised in all your time in the UK that you never asked somebody.
Yeah, good point.
Oh no. Like for like young adulthood or whatever. Then once you figure out what uncircumcised is or whatever, that's all I talk about in the UK is circumcision.
I know, but I mean this specific use case of
Oh, never
having-
asked him that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
No, I just
You're too busy putting your dick in grilled cheese makers.
I do
or
that,
whatever.
yeah. But and I do say, what do they do with? See, how do y'all get calamari over here? Because that's how we get it.
Yeah,
is the foreskin,
right?
Yeah,
we have to ship it over there.
yeah, it's the delicacy. And anyway, okay, so so we're done with talking about that shit. Now, Eric, had you seen this before?
So I have seen this before. I
Okay.
intentionally didn't write a pre-synopsis because I'm not supposed to
You had seen
when
this
I've
before.
seen it.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
man, I wouldn't have been very close. I should have just gone ahead and written it just to see.
Because you didn't know.
Man, it had probably been 10 years since I saw this film. That was a lot I didn't remember. But
All right, here we go.
Over the Eric Boy synopsis.
A thief who steals corporate secrets through the use of dream sharing technology is given the inverse task of planting an idea in the mind of a CEO. Now, that's the synopsis. I
Yeah.
think it's right. I don't think it's great, but I don't know how you could make it better because the movie is too confusing to have a synopsis that clearly encapsulates what you're about to get into. Because if you just read this, you don't get any idea about all the layers and all the shit. But in any event, that is the synopsis.
The synopsis, though, it's supposed to skim the top.
Yeah, I think that's a great synopsis.
So I don't think it's horrible.
Because then if you got into too much of the meat,
Yeah.
then you would try to
And then at the
overthink
end-
it before
Right.
anything happens.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I will say I had to stop and rewind quite a bit because I would be making notes and it moved pretty quickly. I lost a couple
does.
of things. But Sean, let's go ahead and dive into Inception.
Bacteria, a virus, an intestinal worm.
What Mr. Cobb is trying to say.
An idea. Resilient, highly contagious. Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate. An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks. Right in there somewhere.
For someone like you to steal?
Yes, in the dream state, your conscious defenses are lowered and it makes your thoughts vulnerable to theft. It's called extraction.
Mr. Saito, we can train your subconscious to defend itself from even the most skilled extractor.
How can I do that?
Because I am the most skilled extractor. I know how to search your mind and find your secrets. I know the tricks, and I can teach them to you so that even when you're asleep, your defense is never down. Look, if you want my help, you're gonna have to be completely open with me. I need to know my way around your thoughts better than your wife, better than your therapist, better than anyone. If this is a dream and you have a safe full of secrets, I need to know what's in that safe. In order for this all to work, you need to completely let me in.
Enjoy your evening, gentlemen. As I consider your proposal.
He knows.
Dun, 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 dun. Now,
Wait, real quick.
Okay.
I was thinking about this later.
Mhm.
Didn't he just do the Mr. Charles thing?
yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's essentially this because they're in the third layer. So that's what I'm saying about here. It unravels, but you don't really realize what's fucking happening. It's goddamn.
Wait, they're not in the third
They're not in the
level
third layer
here.
here. No, they haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
They're only in the second layer here.
Second layer.
But he is supposed to think that they're only in the first.
Right. They don't. Okay.
And it begins.
Yeah,
And
there
this
we
is
go.
why, as I drove over here tonight, I went, how's this going to fucking go?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I mean,
100%. As I'm watching, I'm like, how would we talk about this?
I'm very excited.
This thing opens up and it's just like, okay, he floated up on a beach. Okay, now he's eating with this really old man. Oh, fuck. Now they're in war-torn streets and everybody's asleep. And all of this has happened in the first 6 or 7 minutes, right? And then there's the girl who she walks. Obviously, he knows her. He's like, you got to go take care of her or whatever. I'm going to go back to the room, right? And then do the children miss me? And you're like, the fuck? What is happening right now? what is going on? And then she fucking sits her down, right? He sits her down. The next thing you know, she asks about the kids. The next thing, she's sitting in a chair and he's fucking, what do you call it? Rappelling. Thank you. Rappelling down the side of the building. Fucking bitch gets up like an asshole.
And he just looks up there like,
yep.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And then he goes back for the safe again. And you're like, okay, what the fuck is happening? And this is pretty confusing up until this point. Then the next thing that happens is that girl that he just talked to about the kids comes in, and then
treachery is afoot.
Gives him away, right? And then she shoots the guy from Third Rock from the Sun in the goddamn foot. And she's just like, I'm not going to kill him because that'll wake him up. But pain, that's a brain, right? And then,
insane.
And I watched him fucking switch those envelopes. And so I knew that Leo fucking had it. I knew that he had the right envelope, right?
And I remember as he does that going, well, he's got to like get to a place where he can read it in the dream, right? Because he doesn't get to get out of the dream with you. That's what they always say about second level dream stealing secrets.
Right.
He had to read it and
with you.
Learn it. But
age-old tale.
Now, hold on. I'm not done.
Time.
Here's the thing. Now they're in a goddamn train, and it's all the same fucking people.
Yep.
And you're just, at this point, you're just like, okay, what the hell is happening? Now I've weaved it back into my head, and I don't know what the fuck is right. So what was happening?
What's real?
Oh shit! Right.
Or if you just.
So were they sleeping? Where were they?
They were 2 levels down in this opening scene.
Okay, then the next
level
up
was in the apartment where he's laying on the bed,
and the people coming after him is his subconscious because he's starting.
No. But the first layer down was the kid from, what was that kid in?
Third Rock from the Sun.
No.
Good one.
The guy who eventually gets killed, kind of in the beginning. They take him out.
Yeah. I know who you're
that
talking
kid was
about.
in some kind of big movie.
Yes,
it was his dream that they were in first level. So from the train, it was that guy's dream.
Yep.
And then second level was Saito's dream.
Right. Which is why I said, why isn't it 3 levels? Because then they're also they have the dream that's happening. He's dreaming. Wait, it's got to be your bull. So he's dreaming where they're in the city in the apartment.
Yes.
So that's 1 level.
So from the train, that's real life. They go down to the city that's in crumbles.
Got it. Then they're there.
Then they're in
that makes sense.
The
Japanese
beautiful
feudal,
Japanese party.
That makes sense. And then, but again, they're storming through the room, and these guys aren't scared because if they kill him, they just wake up. And this is again, his subconscious is starting to fucking figure it out. They're making there's too much shit's changing, which we learn a little bit later, right? So I'm like,
or do we just dream that we learned it later?
I'm like, are we on the goddamn train for real? Like, where in the hell are we? Right. And then the next thing you know, they go and they try to fucking get in this chopper, and the guy who they were trying to steal shit from is there with the kid from the movie that we can't think of.
I'll find it.
Air Bud.
No, I
it's like
recognize him too.
Which kid was it?
He's the original architect. See how much I paid attention?
Is it Witness? Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I recognize that kid now. God, he did good for himself.
Fitness?
Way to go.
Fitness?
No, Fitness is Olivia Newton-John.
He was also in the Ryan White story.
Fitness dick in your mouth.
Why didn't you go D's nuts?
Yeah.
Fitness.
Mixing it up.
Nuts doesn't make sense.
All right, so Inception.
Fitness nuts. If you're Lance Armstrong, fitness.
That's
nut.
fair.
Yeah, this nut.
Nut in
Fair
your
enough.
face.
Yeah. So we learn about what all this is at this point. We're learning, that they're basically sort of using the plot to help us learn what the fuck is going on. And that is that they've been going in people's dreams and stealing shit. And now this guy wants him to go and plant a idea in somebody's head.
Can't be done.
Can't be done. That's what they all say, right?
It was, I loved the justification that he gives for it not being able to be done when he says, if I tell you don't think about elephants, what are you thinking about?
Right.
Elephants.
Right.
And it was such a cool
But you know
device.
that's my idea.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and it obviously goes a lot deeper than that when they're trying to figure out how are we going to plant an idea, because we can't just plant what the final
Because
kind
it
of
has to be so
iteration-
simple.
Yes.
It
was
has to
good.
be the simplest thing, right?
That
And then-
is
and
a
it just
seed to grow in the
manifests
brain of the
itself.
person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Ah,
Yeah. Aha. You liked it.
yes.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to. I was talking to Kelsey and my sister and brother-in-law that live a couple doors down last night while we let the kids play. I was like, yeah, I got to go home in a second and watch this long-ass movie. It's confusing as fuck. I remember it being confusing, and I think people just say they like it because they don't want to seem dumb, like everybody else gets it, and you don't want to be left out. And my brother-in-law Justin was like, "No, it's good. You're being stupid." And it's not hard to figure out if you'll just pay attention. And there's also a certain aspect of this film for people who haven't seen it. I think you have to go into it with the realization that the creator of this movie, Christopher Nolan, has set the boundaries for you, and you can't rely on your own experience outside of the movie to kind of cloud how you view the film as they have set it up. That when they say that these are the way things work, you have to take that at face value. And I bet the first time I watched this,
You were being a dick.
yeah, because if a movie sets up, for example, just an extreme stupid case that everything up is down and everything down is up, then you can't watch that movie and say, oh, well, that's bullshit because obviously things that are up are up. They have set the boundaries for you. If you're going to enjoy the film at all, you have to play by those rules.
That's a
And I
really
think
good point.
If you will do that and try not to get overwhelmed by, because like you're saying, it all happens really fast. Remember when we watched Moulin Rouge and it was like
Jesus
the
Christ.
first 20, 30 minutes of it just come at you so quick.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about this one. But if you'll let it and kind of get past that,
If you just
then you'll
receive it,
enjoy it. If you'll just lay back
just relax and
and
receive.
enjoy it, know
Yeah,
that there's nothing
just-
that you can do about it,
No.
and just try to close your eyes
That's right.
and just kind of get through it.
Enjoy it
Yeah.
as much as you can.
Then you will have a much better time figuring out the movie and
the rest 2
enjoying
hours
the
and
movie
20
for the
minutes.
other 2 hours.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But they do a good job of, and I don't know how you guys felt about this, if you felt it was overdone or if you think it was just right. It's an ambitious film with all these layers, but he obviously made it a point to have the characters use dialogue to, I felt, to some extent, over-explain what's going on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know how you would do it better without leaving people more confused.
Well,
but
and
I
I-
wondered how y'all thought.
I think the exact same. They used almost too much dialogue, but it was in bits and pieces. It would be, I'm going to say line A, and then line A and B, and then line A, B, and C. So it was repetitive, yet it would expand on itself, which it had to, because you had to be reminded over and over again, you're waiting on a train.
Right.
You know, this is what you're doing. This is why you're doing it, but let's explain it further.
Right. And that's the thing. I mean, that's the importance of the at the time of this movie, the Ellen Page character. She needed to learn all of this so that we could. So she's
Exactly.
the one also that
She was that chess piece. She
good
was like the
point.
pawn,
yeah,
right?
she is her learning all this, but also her figuring it all out, which we're figuring it out. I think it's sort of the same pace. Like around the time that
Mhm.
she's getting it, we're going, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because she
This-
doesn't find out until the very end what's going on, the
Right.
full scope of
The
what's
full
going
scope
on.
of it, yeah.
Which, by the way, I have a valid question. Can we refer to this person in the feminine
It's
pronouns
different.
because she was she then?
It depends. It depends on the preference. That there's technically a term called dead naming, where it's actually you're not supposed to refer to somebody as
Because
their
that person is
name.
no longer.
But I have a friend who, in past tense situations, is okay with that. I don't know. I think you just don't know.
But trying to be respectful
Yeah.
of someone, I don't know what the
this
right thing
this
to do
actor is
is.
Elliot Page at the
Right.
I mean, I guess, but
That's
I don't.
what
I
we
don't
should
know.
go ahead and say. I didn't. Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, then hold on. Then let's just take that out of it. The character is a female. What's her
Yeah.
name? What's her name?
Adelaide.
Ariadne.
Ariadne. I was really
Jesus
close.
Christ, I'm never gonna fucking remember.
Hermione.
Okay, so
Hermione.
I'm just gonna go the girl in the movie from now on because
Okay.
that character was female. She kissed the guy from.
But
and
I
they were romantic.
knowing
shit,
that,
and it was
seeing the movie many times, and now knowing that he is Elliot Page now.
Yeah.
Is that something? How do we talk about the movie? But you're right. The character is female, so we can say she.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, Bruce Jenner still. I mean, this is a fucking slippery slope, but I mean, Bruce Jenner won the fucking Olympics, right? I mean,
It's not a slippery slope if people can tell that you're with the kindest of heart.
Yeah, I'm
trying
genuinely
to be,
trying to learn
and
what's respectful.
and that I think even if you were to misspeak out of
ignorance,
is
Yes,
better than
because
misspeaking
I just don't know, and that's what
out of
ignorance
hate,
is.
and no one would blame anybody.
I
for
said
that.
last night, I was just like, how am I going to talk about this actor? And I just decided in my mind, I'm going to say, then I don't know if this is right or not. That's Ellen Page when she was in this movie. That character is who she's playing.
I forgot that was even a thing, honestly.
Yeah.
Until y'all just brought it up.
Yeah. It's
so we can say she without being assholes
because we're talking about the actress. We're talking about the character.
Right.
Okay. So
I think no matter what you do, like you said, I think there's people that will say that that's okay as long as you be respectful, and people that will say that you're wrong and you just got to try your best. And we're all like,
it's still a new thing.
That's what I'm saying. There's a new language being developed, and we're still learning it.
Sure.
Right. Yeah.
It's a new thing it's not a new feeling for the people living it, but it is a new kind of outward and social manifestation of that, even for people who've lived with this, since they started to recognize.
Right.
So
here's the thing. The person we're watching on that screen is Ellen Page.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's that person. Though now, if I were to refer to them in the present tense, then and be like, they were in the fucking an ad for Starbucks, and he looked awesome, but that right. But I guess that's my thing is like, for the sake of conversation about this particular performance right here, she would have been nominated for Best Actress.
Right.
If she would have been nominated for an award.
Right.
As Ellen Page.
That's
true. I
true.
see what you're saying. Yeah. Everything you're saying makes sense. Like, Ellen Page played the young pregnant girl in
Juno.
Juno, but
Anyway, I do need to talk about
It's a good question because I was
few
wondering
times.
the same thing.
And me too. And we do need to talk about that character throughout this whole thing because that particular character is very important.
Very important.
Again, that is our vessel as the viewer to even know what the fuck is going on, and not even just Leonardo explaining shit to her, but the third rock from the sun guy too, just constantly explaining things.
That was a really good point. I picked up very quickly on kind of the overuse of the dialogue to inform the viewer. But when you said we're learning along with her at the exact same pace,
we are.
It didn't even occur to me, but that's a great way. And it's a great way. Again, I kind of, for people who've seen this, they kind of know already how they feel about it, but I'm speaking more to people who haven't seen it. And it's like, if you'll follow along her journey, and man, what a good, you know what? Sean just rolled the credits.
Well, no, it is. It's true. And
Jarrett
even
figured it
because
out.
even her observations of him and his deceased wife in the dream world is us learning that shit too. It's, our exposure to her before this character's exposure to her is just confusing as fuck. And then now they do throw us a bone here of like, hey man, it seems to be getting worse. And he's just like, it's fine. I've got it under control. You're like, okay. Not the third time she's mentioned, and then you're just like, okay,
Some
obviously
shit went
she keeps
down.
fucking coming into his dreams for some reason.
Well, and when Ariadne goes in the elevator and she sees the different levels and the different scenes, that's when you're like, okay, she's gonna be the one that teaches us about all of this as she learns about it.
pretty fucking crazy, that going down in that basement thing, and the basement being the wife's limbo, and just being like,
And she still doesn't understand it.
I'm a fucking, and this is my prison. You're just locking her in there. Like,
Yeah.
This is, in my mind, this is where she lives, and it's like, okay, but that's not real, but it is, and
But she thinks it is.
she thinks it is. At least Dream Her thinks it is. Woo!
Woo!
Jesus Christ.
Talk
Well,
about
yeah.
a workout.
Right. Well, we missed introducing Michael Caine,
Michael Caine.
famous actor.
For his 3 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they
Thanks for
probably-
showing up, Mike.
They probably got him cheap.
We'll see you next time.
I mean, they couldn't have had him in much more. The movie is 5.5
That's what
hours
she
long.
said.
Hello.
Hey.
Ding, 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 ding. Well, and then you know what? He actually gives us a hint here. He says, why don't you, when Michael Caine says, why don't you design yourself? And he goes, Mal won't let me. And he's like, okay, well, I've got somebody better. And then they do the maze test.
Think you could do it?
What?
Draw me a maze in 2 minutes that takes me a minute to figure out. I have a pencil right here.
I don't think I mean, I don't know. I've never drawn a maze.
Never?
No.
What is that something that people do?
Yeah.
I mean, like in school, I guess.
Like
I don't know if I've ever drawn
all the
a maze.
time.
I've definitely never drawn a
They're
maze.
doing maze trivia tomorrow night. So
What do you
just
do?
wait.
I mean, I've eaten corn.
Maze.
Oh,
Yeah, prove it.
He can
show
tomorrow.
I can fucking prove
Tomorrow
Show us your
morning.
proof.
Give me a solid 5 hours. All right, Sean. Oh, well, that's the thing. And here it becomes confusing again, because she draws this goddamn maze. The next thing she's like, they're at the table, and she's like, oh, fuck, I'm dreaming, aren't I?
Yeah, it was so good.
How did you
Yeah.
get here?
Okay, yeah. And so that's when the city fucking folds over itself or whatever and like fits perfectly together like teeth.
It's such
And
a
you're like,
badass.
It's badass. Yeah, it is badass, Sean.
'Cause it's never just a dream, is it? And a face full of glass hurts like hell. When you're in it, it feels real.
That's why the military developed dream sharing. It was a training program for soldiers to shoot and stab and strangle each other and then wake up.
How did architects become involved?
Someone had to design the dreams, right? Why don't you give us another 5 minutes?
5 minutes? What? We were talking for like at least an hour.
In a dream, your mind functions more quickly, therefore, time seems to feel more slow.
5 minutes in the real world gives you an hour in the dream.
Why don't you see what you can get up to in 5 minutes?
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. What can you do in 5 minutes, Eric?
What was the significance? Because I do believe it's right after this. They're walking down the street, right when they re-enter the dream, and she does those mirrored.
She built somewhere that actually exists.
I recognize that part because he says to her, she says, yeah, this is a street I take to school every day. But she closed one side and it was a mirror. And then she walked over and closed the other side and it was a mirror. Then she broke the mirror. And was there some,
so it confused.
Is there some significance to that?
It threw the subconscious off because everything wasn't right anymore.
Well, I think she saw
Somehow.
2 sets of columns, and that reminded her of this walkway that she takes every day. And so she did the 2 mirrors that if you do one and then the other, it creates this repetitive set. And if you crash one, then it's just open to walk through.
Yeah, I get that. I just didn't know if there was something more to it.
Oh, there
than
probably is. I'm
that.
just not smart enough
Because
to get
she
it.
was making things that were familiar to her. And then he's just like, wait a minute, this is real. And I thought it was the mirrors that, no, I guess it wasn't. She kept doing it and then she just got mobbed, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And they, that wasn't good,
Well,
Yeah,
your
because Maul came up and
subconscious-
stabbed her.
Yeah. Right.
I had a bad feeling about her a couple of times in this, but Marion Cotillard. is
I
that
was
her
about
name?
to say, I thought you might have a real good feeling about her.
Yeah, well, she exposes her breasts in some movie that
hold on.
Kevin
What movie?
gets right.
Hold on. Wait, let me get a pen.
Yeah.
That Kevin gets right at trivia night on The Office. It's how they win the big trivia competition on an episode of The Office. So
nice.
talking about the film where Marion Cotillard exposes her breasts.
I don't know that actress. I don't know that I've ever seen her before.
She's in Inception.
Okay, I saw that.
And a movie where she exposes her breasts.
Okay, right. Oh, and they refer to that on The Office.
On The Office.
Yeah,
Kevin
totally.
gets it
That's
right.
the trivia night.
Mhm.
Yep.
Nailed it.
I totally remember that.
High five.
Yep. So, and another thing that they explain is this whole vault or safe thing here. They have to have something that's locked away that only they can see, right? Or
Well,
only,
it doesn't necessarily have to be locked away. It was only locked away for Maul because they were in limbo. That's the only reason that it was in a safe for her. Other people have their totem, but
no, we're not to totem yet.
Okay.
I'm talking about like what he was originally in the first scene trying to get to that safe.
Uh-huh.
That's what the guy was hiding,
and
that's
says
what he was trying to
Saito.
steal. Yeah,
Got
Saito.
it.
And they intentionally build a safe into the dream,
Right?
So that the dreamer person will
put it there.
Will kind of intrinsically be attracted to
And
putting
then
the
make up
secrets in
the
there.
own number to
Yes.
their own safe.
Yes. You've got a safe in there, you know. Oh, that's right. Okay, so that makes sense now. Just say the first fucking 5 numbers that come to your head.
Yes.
That's going to be the combination. Where I'm going to convince you of that in the next
Because
level.
it came from your brain.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Fuck.
Jeez.
Man. So yeah, we go back through all of this where, you know, he's talking about the building from memory. Now we get to the totem. And the totem is that's something that you have on you all the time that when you do it, you know that you're back in the real world. So she had the top, and that top never stopped spinning, which we won't go to the end of the movie yet, but there's a crucial piece to the movie. And then the dude from Third Rock from the Sun, what is that guy's name?
Gordon Lifted.
Gordon Levitt.
Joseph Gordon
Levitt. He has a loaded dice. So he knows that when he rolls that dice, it's going to roll a certain number.
I thought we might find out the number, but we never did.
Yeah, I know. They never know if that would have gotten cut or whatever. That dude, though, I mean, he was very important in telling the story as well.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it seems like that's every time he's on camera, he's putting something together for us.
Because he was the only other one that knew what Dom was going through.
Right. Yeah. Now, so they need a thief. And he's like, we don't need a thief. We need a forger. And so you kind of thought, even talked about his handwriting a little bit. You kind of thought, oh, he's going to be, okay, he's forging things. And he even said something about his handwriting before he can become other people.
He forges people.
Yeah.
Like faces.
Yeah. Somehow just becomes.
But at the same time, I mean, the way we see it in the film is he shows up and looks exactly like the
Uncle Peter.
Uncle Peter.
Tom
But
Berenger.
we all know when we're talking about these weird dreams we have, like, yeah, so I'm in a pool and like you were there, but it didn't look like you.
Yeah,
And
totally.
so
true.
the person
Yeah, wow.
only has to come so close.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
Has to be familiar.
But just has to be familiar enough.
Suggest that he knows the way to suggest certain things.
Yeah.
Because he could dress like this person, act like the person, has the mannerisms, has all the
Mhm.
sayings, but
Yeah.
doesn't have to look like him in a dream.
Yeah.
Because
that's
all
true.
that person has to do is wake up and go, yeah, you were
Yeah,
totally
you
in
were
my
there.
dream.
Yeah, really. You were decorating our.
I have a dream. Jared does. I just realized that you don't like to talk about dreams, so this is a weird movie to talk about with you.
I don't mind talking
But-
about dreams. That's
You like to
Just
talk
not
about
Casey's
his.
dreams.
I remember having a very scary dream in which someone was trying to attack me and kill me, but it looked like my dad. But it
Oh,
wasn't my
yeah.
dad.
Wow.
It was very scary.
But that's
so it's
different.
the same. It's opposite.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. You don't like, oh yeah, you were there because that character in your dream said something or reminded you of that person in some way.
I'd rather be killed by someone who looked like my dad than someone who was my dad but didn't look like him.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I think that might be a new t-shirt for the show or
I had this dream one time that I got caught up in this tornado. I was just riding my bike.
Okay. All
I
right.
had Allie with me.
Yeah.
oh no.
And I was in this tornado, and then all of a sudden, just like all my fucking friends and family just started flying around me and shit. Next thing you know, the goddamn witch on a broom just flying around and shit, right?
Mhm.
So I come to, I walk out of this fucking house, and all of us now I can only dream in black and white up until this point. Now everything's in color, and apparently I've killed somebody. And then so these guys called,
You know what? We don't have an hour and 40 minutes for you to.
I actually dream about tornadoes all the time.
Anyway, so it was the land of Oz.
Somewhere.
Body. Oh.
Over. Some. All right. Yeah. So anyway, that becomes Alfie from Peaky Blinders. And no matter what Eric says, Peaky Blinders is in the top 5 shows of all time.
Oh, yeah. You got to check it out.
You don't like Peaky Blinders?
I've
He
never
said that-
seen a single second
He
of
said
Peaky
that anybody
Blinders.
that watches Peaky Blinders is a dickhead. That's his exact words.
That is what I said.
Yeah.
Why?
It just because I knew Jarrett liked the show, and I just any opportunity to call him
And
a
a
dickhead.
friend's a friend forever if the Lord's a Lord of them. Well, I'm gonna start making fun of shit you watch. What's a show you know what? The Office is stupid.
Uh-oh.
You're stupid. See, that's all you got to do.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Anyone
okay.
who watches Peaky Blinders is a dickhead. You're a Peaky Blinder. It's easy.
I don't know. I don't
You
understand
wish
the
you were a
rules.
Peaky
What
Blinder.
is a Peaky Blinder?
It's a gang.
Yeah.
That's the name of the gang, the Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
So they basically have razor blades sewn into their caps. And when
And
they
they'll
when you
fucking
fight
slice your
them, they
eyeballs.
fucking slash your eyeballs and fucking blind you. And then they'll grab your head and fucking cut your eyeballs out.
Hmm.
It's fucking brutal, dude.
Man, sounds like my kind of show. Would the kids like it?
100%. Yeah.
Only if they can read at
Oh,
like
yeah.
a crazy
you have
pace.
to have the
Yeah, you probably could, minus all the blood and sex and stuff. You could let them listen because they wouldn't have any fucking idea what anybody's saying.
No, I
here's the-
can't read
I
that
have no
fast.
doubt Peaky Blinders is great, but I tried to watch The Crown, which is pretty low impact, I'm assuming, compared to Peaky Blinders.
yeah.
And I couldn't understand a fucking thing that was going on, and we just got fed up and quit about
I like The
7 minutes
Crown.
into episode 1. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting that much of my very little energy that I have left at the end of the day trying to suss out what people are saying on a TV show. Sorry. Not gonna do it.
Not
Speak American.
Not in my America.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right. Don't
man.
England my America. Just give me people talking like normal people.
We speak American, y'all sons of bitches.
Dag nabbit.
Y'all
Dag
overseasers.
So
Do you watch Ted Lasso?
I do.
Do you
so
have to
good.
use the captions on that?
I do use
'Cause
the captions.
I can't understand some of the English people on that one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's one of my favorite shows.
But I
ever.
understand Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie
He's-
talks pretty fast.
Jamie
And,
and sometimes Keely. I can't understand Keely
yeah.
very well.
Yeah,
That's definitely a weird thing. Is that you really like after going there a billion times, like you just kind of don't hear it.
yeah. I honestly don't even
I
really
don't even
hear
think about
their
it.
accents anymore. It's words.
Maybe I should be in a band that tours
Yeah,
the UK.
maybe we should travel
you
the
know,
world,
every
Eric.
year for the last 27 years.
I have to ask, like I had to text Daniel and just be like, hey, what is Jamie? Well, is he from Manchester? And he goes, yeah, he's from like this side of Manchester. They all talk to each other, but like it's certain words that they use because he uses the word bruv. And I decided I wanted to start calling people bruv.
Yeah, you have done that.
I do, right?
Mhm.
Well, he said that's like a douchebag here saying bro. And I'm like, well, fuck it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
give
can
a
say
shit.
bro. You know who I'm tired of calling me bro?
Your child.
Yes.
I know that.
I was about to say either that or one of our children.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
funny. I'll call Everett bro right back.
I am tired. I am not your bro.
My mom used to go, I'm not a dude, I'm your mother.
bro.
Actually, mine don't say bro, they go bruh.
Yeah,
Bruh.
Bruh. Like B-R-U-H. Bruh.
Remember
That's how they
brah?
write it. That's how
He
it's written
just-
out.
I'm like
Ugh.
working and he just walks up with his iPad. Hey, bro, can you buy me this Minecraft coin pack?
You feel like you're about to get bullied. He's
Never.
gonna fucking shut
Oh,
your
you don't
locker
give
and
into
kick
that?
you in the balls.
Oh, like fucking one a day.
Not when
I
they
follow.
call me bro.
Oh, yeah.
No.
It's like it's $4.99. Like, can I get?
Oh my god, I'm with you on that one.
Can I
He'll
get
walk in and he'll
35
go-
minutes
he'll
of
go,
peace
"Hey,
and quiet
Ma,
for $5?
Daddy?"
Exactly. It's $5.
Can I have this fucking virus for my
Can I get
iPad?
this virus?
Well, you know, you just once a
I
year
think
you
the
go get it
virus was
cleared out.
more expensive, actually. I think it was.
Yeah, the
More
again,
expensive to
he,
get rid of, I can tell you
I'll
that.
tell you that much.
Some penicillin.
I tell you what was creepy was when he goes to meet the chemist and he takes him down in the basement and it's just all of the dudes that come there to sleep for 4 hours a day at the increased thing. So at theirs was 10%. No,
The sedative makes them sleep harder, which is
They get 40 hours.
Yeah,
So it
40
was-
hours for 3 to 4 hours of sleep.
So 10 times is what it was, because they 4 hours for 40. He's like, why would they do that? Just like it's the only way they can dream, and it's become their own. That's their reality now. Like, I guess the rest of the time they're just in a day.
Yeah, look how long your life gets to be, right? Fuck
Right.
yeah.
They're all old. And do you assume that they are some of the test subjects, maybe for the military that they were talking about, or
maybe.
in the
Yeah.
military
Yeah.
trainees? I don't know.
Good call.
But apparently they've been doing this sleep extractions for a long time.
Yeah, and not telling us about it. So that's what Amazon Alexa is trying to do.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised.
She
putting
controls our dreams.
I'm putting the over under at 6 years before we figure out that there's some mind control.
If this is
I
a dream,
feel like that's optimistic.
If this whole thing is just a dream within a dream within a dream, and all we've done is watch Love After Lockup for like 3 straight weeks, like that kind of sucks.
You could have done anything.
Yeah, we got a new show, guys.
Love After Lockup.
Oh my god! Like,
I have anxiety thinking about it.
We're really into like the teen moms and stuff like
We like
that, you know.
shitty reality TV.
But
Makes
the
us
thing
happy.
is I don't like things like Jersey Shore or any of that shit.
You never
But
even gave it a chance.
this fucking this Love After Lockup, man. I mean, you want to feel good about your life.
I do.
This is the fucking
And
show
I
for
don't
you.
often enough.
Dude, I am not joking. You just every time you think it's about they're just as shitty as they're gonna be, the people just get shittier.
But it's it's reality.
It's
TV.
real, yeah, it's real.
like women who write to prisoners. and
That's
fall
exactly
in
what
love
it is.
Or
with
the
them.
opposite
or
away.
the opposite.
It's
So
a lot
they-
of them as men that have been writing to women, and you're like thinking, like, are they scamming?
Some
these
of them
dudes?
have been like
pumped
so. There's
about
one
this.
couple that's been married. So start with season 3 because that's where we're at. And then
What do you mean start with it? Why can't I start where I want to start?
Because
there's
I wanna
40 episodes a season.
I want to talk to you about it.
I know. I want to talk to you about it.
So you got to do this anyway. So they
Wait,
wait.
wait.
So here's the thing. Listen. So there's some couples on there that have been together and married for 5 years. They met that way.
But they
whatever
got married so they could literally have their
conjugal visits.
Yeah, and I don't think you get like multiple. I mean,
Oh,
really,
no,
you
yeah.
just get like to consummate your marriage.
Yeah.
Well, we're divorced now.
What a letdown. I feel like maybe one of you just needs to go to prison, and then the other
No.
one can write to them, and we can
We
really
have
make
to let
this a
Jarrett
thing.
go to prison.
No,
Neither one of y'all.
What do you
would go
mean let him go to
If
prison?
one of us has to go to prison,
Yeah.
in whatever
He's not going to
hypothetical
famous
you'll go-
person prison.
Well, but he's got more of a shot at going to famous person prison than I do.
Y'all are both going to be someone's bitch.
And I can't.
Yeah.
But look at who's more likely to be someone's bitch. It's me.
Some people's wives have a lot of faith in them and like think that they're doing really great things in the world. My wife doesn't even think I can get into fucking famous prison.
Wesley
I don't.
Snipes was in famous
No, we're
person
in
prison,
Texas.
so
It's just-
I guess
He was in the Basketball Diaries or whatever.
there's
yeah.
a chance.
Yeah. He was in
He wasn't in Basketball Diaries, was he? Wesley Snipes?
White Man Can't Jump.
Yes. It's like
Yeah.
Basketball Diaries
Save
is
the
a
Last
good movie.
Dance.
Same thing. All right. So let's get back to the movie here. We're getting about to our third clip, but here's the deal. So we learn again a little bit more about this, the way that this works. So Mal had come up with the idea of the totem idea, which basically kind of keeps you grounded, keeps you where you are, which really didn't work for her.
I was going to say
at
the
all.
one person who
Yeah.
didn't get their shit figured out.
Exactly. Who fucking got confused about the whole thing. Now, the dreamer is the only person that knows the layout and can keep changing it or whatever. And basically, the idea is to keep the other person like super confused. So once they know the maze that you're in, that shit, and they start to figure it out, then shit just gets worse. It's fucking nuts, right?
And if you don't, I know I've got a bunch of these dumb things, but I was thinking about this. They talk about how unstable things get the further into the layers that you get.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this, like, because again, you got to live within their confines, and there's really no logical reason besides just they say so. But I was thinking, like, take a of paper and you copy it in a Xerox copy machine.
Mhm.
Then you take that copy and throw away the original and you make another copy of it. And the more copies you make, the more distorted and like shitty it looks,
Yeah,
to
you
the
get
point
debris
where
on each piece or
yeah,
whatever.
and it just gets unreadable. And that was kind of how I was equating, or at least trying to give some logic to, you don't just get to say things get more unstable the further down you go, but at least you can kind of justify it that way. I thought it was
That makes
kind of
sense.
crazy. And so then just the smallest little thing, as we see later, can start to make the whole thing crumble that wouldn't happen in the first layer or the second layer.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Interesting. It's like the black cat in the Matrix.
I never saw that movie.
Something's off.
Are you being serious? I've seen it one time.
What?
Yeah.
Or did you just...
At
Okay.
least I think
I think he dreamt that he's
Son!
On the top level, we open up his relationship with his father. Say, I will not follow in my father's footsteps. Then the next level down, we feed him. I will create something for myself. Then by the time we hit the bottom level, we bring out the big guns.
My father doesn't want me to be him.
Exactly.
3 layers down, dreams are going to collapse with the slightest disturbance.
Sedation. For sleep, stable enough to create 3 layers of dreaming, we'll have to combine it with an extremely powerful sedative. The compound we'll be using to share the dream creates a very clear connection between dreamers whilst actually accelerating brain function.
In other words, it gives us more time on each level.
Brain function in the dream will be about 20 times normal. When you enter a dream within that dream, the effect is compounded. It's 3 dreams, that's 10 hours
I'm
times
sorry,
20.
maths was never my strong subject. How much time is that?
It's a week, the first level down. 6 months, the second level down, and the third level.
It's 10 years. Who would want to be stuck in a dream for 10 years?
Depends on the dream.
Yeah, it depends
It
on
does,
the dream.
For sure.
Think about
Actually, do you think any dream that you think would be a good dream now, 10 years in that dream?
Well, they
address it.
They mention it
They were
later.
they were in a perfect world that they created for 50 years, and he was just
And
like,
got depressed that they knew
can't
it wasn't
fuck-
real.
Right, but that's the point, right? Like, is there any situation in which you could be in for 10 years
Yeah.
because they didn't have their children in that world with them?
Yeah,
They
that's
didn't
right.
have other things that mattered in that world with them.
Well, if you know
Except for each
that your
other.
children, if you know you have children and you know they're not there, then
if you
that's
can
one
remember
thing.
that exactly, which
If
is
you
the whole point.
Don't, then who gives a shit?
Yeah.
So
they did on a certain level, though. I mean, they had them at the beach with them.
Well, that's what I mean, though. If you could guarantee me, because people say with that whole, if you could go back to any point in your life,
Sure.
and change something, what would it be? And there's people who go, "Oh, I wouldn't change anything because I wouldn't have my kids." Well, that's a fallacy because you just have different kids, or
Well,
you
and-
wouldn't even know these kids because you went back in time to a point where
You
they
didn't
never
know
existed.
you wouldn't know what you were missing.
Yeah,
But back to your point, the kids were on the beach.
Mhm.
They didn't age a day because that was their memory of them.
Right. They created a memory. You're
Right. So it's not like they have their family and their family is aging together.
Right.
It was frozen in that one memory.
Right. Back to the thing, though. I that is my answer to that. What would you change? I wouldn't change anything.
No.
There are things that I wish I would have done different in hindsight, but I would not change anything because I like being in this room with you guys right now. That's what I'm saying. That's not the be all end all, but I like my friends. I like my band.
Yeah.
I like my life.
And there's a way that you got there. It's the butterfly effect.
Exactly.
You go back and you change one thing and that could trickle down to everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about that. Had I done it all differently, I really wish I would have chosen a different college and a different major, something I was really interested in, which I know now, 25 years after the fact.
Sure.
But it's too late to have a career change like that. But at the same time, yes, I could show up to my first day of my new college and get hit by a bus and you're dead.
Yeah, that's just it, right?
It's
It's funny, but it's
damn
true.
it! I should have just stayed with the, kind of.
We should do butterfly effect. That'd be a good one.
Man,
Never
just like
seen it.
this one. Be a good
I don't
conversation.
think it actually is very highly rated, but I
No,
do like
I
that
loved
movie.
that movie.
People just want to hate on Ashton Kutcher. That's why.
Oh, he's in that?
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Or at least I dreamt
you know,
he
movie
was.
I always wanted to see is Magnolia with Tom. I think Tom Cruise in it. I've never seen that.
I've seen it. I've seen it quite a few times. Quite a bit of times.
I've never seen it.
I gotta say, it's a challenging watch.
Is it?
Oh,
okay. Well, then
That's
I'll
not
send
to
it.
say that it's not good, but I would warn you against
watching it,
feeling like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
It's
then
a tough one.
let's just talk about Inception.
Yeah.
So they
So it's a dream.
right.
Is that another dream?
Layer.
Dream layer.
What we should have done was the Everly Brothers Dream.
Oh,
dream.
Yeah, let's
We can
make
figure that out
happen.
in the next 20 minutes.
Do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, fair enough.
All right, so they're like, how do we keep him to where he has to be somewhere for 10 hours? That's easy. We fucking put him on an airplane, going somewhere. And they're just like, well, how do we make sure that we get him on the plane? Or how do we know we can get those seats? Whatever. The dude just goes, I just bought the whole airline. I figure come in handy.
It's just easier.
Yeah, just easier
cleaner
that way.
That's something that I didn't notice in the first 72 watches.
Yeah, it's quick. Honestly, something that just happened in the last clip. He goes, we have to plant this seed. We do this, and at the end, and Leo goes, we have to convince him that his father doesn't want him to be like him. And what's funny is until I just heard that, which is why I think watching it a second time would be so important. I was confused about reality, whatever, because in my mind, that really fucking happened. It's just he didn't fucking get a chance to finish what he had to say. Everything's great, but I just realized they fucking fucked with him, and totally fucked this guy over. Now, this guy's gonna be fine. He's always, it's not like they killed his children. He's gonna always be rich. He's just not gonna be a fucking superpower.
Which is the basis for Maroon 5 theory. It's fine. I'd rather be really rich without all the responsibility.
Oh,
of
you're talking about being
maintaining
one of the other guys.
Yes.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Without maintaining a multinational corporation and all the people that rely on you for employment and
Yes.
all that. No.
I don't think anyone should be able to vote on this movie, like Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, whatever, without seeing it at least twice.
I know, but I think there's so many movies like that. Like, I feel like I think that happens in here.
Yeah.
Sometimes where it's like, and I wish I had a better memory of things like that. I just don't. I remember David Smith's Green Dick, but I don't remember like movies to where you would be like, you're shitting on it or whatever, and which is fine, and I love it. But I'm like, man, if you fucking watched it again, and then you saw this or this, you're
well,
like,
easier
I
said than
didn't fucking
done.
have to watch it again
for a 2.5 hour movie.
Which again, to me, that's Fight Club. That's Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
It's till that second watch, and then it just all goes, oh shit, why didn't I notice this or this or this?
We could consider twice a year having a redemption episode or
Redemption
two.
episode is a great fucking idea.
Where, you guys make me watch bullshit Beetlejuice again.
That's a great idea.
I feel like your opinion's set in stone on that one.
Yeah, that might not take a second watch for you.
But there are definitely films where we have said, I bet if I watched this again, because it's not just, you can't just make someone watch a movie they didn't like again.
Right.
And like, see, it's better, right? But there have been plenty of times where we say, I bet if I watched it again, I might feel differently because we talked about
That's happened
X,
to
Y,
me
Z.
multiple times
Mob
on this
May
show.
Redemption.
But we don't
this has
yes.
this has happened to both of you guys in the past where, and maybe Casey too.
I'm trying to think
Smidge,
of a specific
but
for
for
me, but
sure movies where y'all come in and you're like, that was fucking dog shit, and then you both laugh through the whole fucking
Yes.
podcast going, okay, that was funny, okay, that was funny, okay, that was funny. And it's like, if we sat in a room and watched that together, we'd all laugh our asses off.
Yeah.
It's just that, is this the way that I want to spend my boys being fucking down for a nap right now? Could it be something better than that? Redemption is a fucking good
it's
idea.
a really good idea.
Keep it in mind.
Jarrett Goes to the Movies Redemption. We could do it like twice a year.
I think that's a
And
great
you
idea.
just find like movies that like one of us
We
just
do
got worked up
fucking
and-
hated.
yeah.
But you know what? You know how we're going to decide?
How?
A coin flip.
You were bringing the coin flip back.
Damn it.
Now, Mal is
terrible.
She fucks everything up. He is essentially, this is where he ends up in a dream with the character, the female character that's in this movie.
Ariadne.
Areola.
Ariana Grande.
They end up, and he's sort of walking here. There's
Areola Grande.
There's a lot of things you don't know about me. I walked through this hallway and I had to make a decision. We don't know what that decision is. There's obviously a plane ticket involved, and we know that he could have, at some point, he could have called his kids' names and seen them, and then he would have that memory, and they would be part of his dream.
Is that right?
Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that.
Oh my god! But that was kind of perfect.
But they wouldn't be. But they can't be a part of the dream because he built all this shit on memories, and he didn't see their faces.
And exactly, he didn't want to bring their faces into his new memories.
Right. And so when she starts to figure this shit out, she takes to running down the hall or whatever, presses the button, and then she just realizes, like, oh shit, this is not good. We're in the basement now, and fucking Mal loses her goddamn mind.
Should be careful.
But she doesn't know that Mal loses her mind yet.
No, exactly. Yeah, she's just like, what are you doing here? I know who, and Mal's like, I know who you are, And then when he shows up, she's like, you said we'd be together. We gotta get the fuck out of here. And she's like, you can't just lock her in a prison of your memories.
And you know what else I like about Ariadne's relationship with Dom? I keep calling it Cobb. But when he tells her why he can't go back to the States, they think I killed her.
Right.
And she says, oh. And he says, thanks. For what? For not asking if I did.
Right.
And then she walks into this scene where it sure does look like a struggle.
Sure.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know yet that it wasn't. It's huge to me.
Yeah. Absolutely. So then the caper actually starts, and I like watching people get pickpocketed even if it's fake. Just like, I wish I could do that.
It's like sleight of hand card tricks and things where you just wish you had the time to get good at it. And how many times do you have to be bad at it and get caught at it before you're awesome at it?
Right.
I think you probably just try with your friends a bunch.
I was about to say, yeah, you try with your friends and family that are training you to do it.
Yes, but your friends know you're doing it.
Which is even better.
Or do they?
Because if they know that you're
just
doing
dream
it.
Yeah, maybe it's not real, guys.
You thought they were doing it.
Yeah, maybe it's
Holy
not
shit.
fucking real.
All
right. So now this is where shit gets crazy. It
wasn't crazy before.
This is where it gets
now,
crazy.
to me, honestly, at this point, you're like, because at this point, I'm screaming, what the fuck at the TV? Because they fucking get him to sleep on the plane, and then they show up and it's raining because they're in the one guy's dream, and they're like, hey, what, do you drink too many before the flight or whatever?
Too many free champagnes.
Yeah, too many free champagnes. So anyway, they get the guy in the taxi cab, and then all of a sudden, the goddamn train runs through the dream. Now, that is Leo's fault because that's Mal fucking shit up. But then there's guns ablazes and stuff, and you realize he has militarized his subconscious.
A lot of people do that.
He is all he has.
I bet the Kardashians have that down.
He has been trained to not let people into his subconscious mind and fucking get away with it. Because essentially, in ordinary times, had they not had this sedative, the thing is they'd get shot, they'd die, they'd wake up. That's it. That's the end of the whole goddamn thing.
Get out of my brain.
Yeah. Now, but here's the problem. So Sato got fucking shot, right? This is where we find out that because of the sedative, you can't fucking die. And if you die, you go to limbo.
This is where it kind of got a little. I felt like I was holding on pretty good. The limbo idea kind of still confuses me, but I'm willing to just kind of be confused by it so as not to derail my enjoyment or understanding of the rest of the film. Like, if that's the only little thing, like, I just know this guy can't die. If he does, it's bad. can be good enough to bridge the gap between what they're trying to tell you and how the rest of the thing goes, right?
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, it was hard to get your head around that, and I think they couldn't spend too much time on it because obviously we're all so fucking confused already. But I mean, the idea being that you're already slowed down 20 times. The next level is 20 more times, but you being dead puts you down in the slowest of times, and then when you wake up, you don't know anything anymore.
That's what I couldn't figure out.
Also, he gets shot on the first level, and then
But he still has to go to the second level.
but he still goes because his subconscious is still there because he's still alive. But then if you are not alive in one level, you miss the kick to come back,
right?
And then come back and then come back.
Mm-hmm.
So you just stay there.
So you stay there until someone can either give you a kick or somehow bring you back from the first level.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
The only thing that confused, because I'm confused about it too, but that's where I was confused. How did he come back from the original? Well, he was never technically dead in the van. That's why.
That's
he was never technically dead in the van.
No, he survived in the van.
He only really died in the last snow level.
So basically, when they got back to the van, it's just Leo and the other guy were still asleep.
Mhm.
But you just got to leave them in there. I mean, they're not going to wake up.
Well, because they were so far down, he had 40 years to go find him.
Yeah.
And tell him, hey, you've got to remember this because you're still alive 3 layers up, and you've got to get back so I can go home to my kids.
Yeah. God damn. Man, we're really doing it, guys. We are really doing it.
I think
I don't know if that
better than I
helps.
thought it would.
Yeah,
I don't know if that
It does.
helps.
I did too. I mean, we are pretty. It's funny. We are laser focused on this goddamn movie.
I have been very excited about this movie.
For 5 people who make dick jokes 80% of the time we're in this room, I feel like
So it's a dick within a dick.
it's 3 dicks down.
I gotta tell
Or-
you,
Sounds like a really shitty cover band.
Yeah. Oh
One
my
thing
God. There you go.
Before we take a break, I gotta say, I'm a member of all these like little pop punk communities on Facebook, and I love it. It's so much fun, and I'll jump in there and comment on. People get really excited, and it's really great. But this one guy commented the other day, and he just goes, "I'm fucking sick of all this fart joke, fucking fart joke, girl leaving me pop punk," you know. And he goes, yeah, he's just like,
what happened to the classics? Like,
yeah, what happened to the
I'm
classics?
gay.
Exactly. And I was just, and I go, what are you listening to? I'm like, okay, so some bands got serious, but I hate to tell you this, we were fucking all funny at the beginning.
Yeah.
Green Day's record was dookie. You know, Blink-182, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket.
Yeah.
Sum 41 got a record deal for holding up a pizza place with water guns.
Yeah.
Like, that, what the fuck?
No, this guy takes his pop punk pretty seriously, though, dudes.
Like, oh my God,
that's
you
funny.
don't like the fucking fart jokes. What are you fucking doing? All right.
Dumb.
Hey, we're going to take a break. Just go pee. Send some dudes out to not smoke, and we will be right back.
We will return for the second half of Days of Our Lives in just a moment.
Tonight on Celebrity, they reach the top. But tonight, the secret they've kept hidden for 25 years will destroy them and the women who love them. Before it's over, one will kill, one will die, and only one will survive when the truth finally explodes. On the shocking conclusion of Celebrity, tonight.
Discover all you can see and do from Toronto's Best Western Carlton Place Hotel. Your host 7 days a week for only $22.50 US per person based on double occupancy.
This is an actual recording of the noise you've had to put up with on most AT&T long-distance calls all your life. And this is what it looks like. Now this, on the other hand, is a new U.S. Sprint line. See the difference? Twice as quiet thanks to fiber optics. And we're already the largest fiber optic long-distance company in America. So call now. Find out more and save with U.S. Sprint, where every fiber optic call sounds like you're right next door.
Discover the difference. Jim Donovan, Channel 3 News.
Why do I use Clorox bleach instead of bargain bleaches? It's better. Better quality. Look, Clorox filters out impurities most bargain bleaches leave in.
Only Clorox did something about splashing with its unique splash guard spout. No bargain bleach has it.
And Clorox gives you a choice, regular or fresh scent. Better quality.
Splash guard spout.
Regular or fresh scent. Make Clorox the better bleach.
I think there are 3 nevers to being a winning coach. Never let the press pick your starting quarterback. Never take a last place team lightly. And really, no matter what the score, never let them see you sweat.
That's what new Dry Idea aerosol is all about. Maximum control. It keeps you drier than the leading aerosol.
Everyone feels pressure. The winners don't let it show.
Dry Idea. Never let them see you sweat.
Professor, what's the greatest advance in the 20th century?
Saran wrap.
Saran wrap?
Sure, it's strong, it clings, it protects, even in a microwave. Moist, tasty, hot, wow!
Saran wrap. Nothing protects food better. Peggy Fox, would your glass cleaner clean lipstick without streaking?
I don't know.
Try Glass Plus. Mrs. Fox has never used Glass Plus before.
I think it's great.
Glass Plus cleans glass.
Plus, a whole lot more.
Now, perfect polished nails in seconds. Lee press-on nails in fashion colors. Press-on color, no messy polish. Press-on color, no drying time. Press-on color, no chipping ever. Lee press-on nails in fashion colors. Everything you need for longer, polished nails. Lee Super Stick tabs and 20 Lee press-on nails in a variety of sizes. Available in a rainbow array of today's popular colors. So press on. Lee press-on nails now in fashion colors.
Milk it does. Hey, milk it does a body.
Milk it does a body good. Pass it on.
It's one to grow on.
Great before I'm frosty cold and furthermore.
It's full of what you're thirsty for. Wow.
It is. It makes you feel good because it tastes so great.
It really does a body good.
Pass it on.
Milk it does.
Milk it does a body good. Milk it does a body good. Pass it on.
You say you're getting tired of lettuce and tomato hamburgers in this town that don't quite make it?
Yeah!
You say that just once you'd like your hamburger hot and your lettuce and tomato cool and crisp all at the same time?
Yeah!
Well, I say you got it. I'm talking McDonald's new lettuce and tomato hamburger, the McDLT. I'm talking quarter pound of beef on the hot side.
And the hot stays hot.
The new McDLT.
Hot, hot.
Crisp lettuce and tomato on the cool side.
And the cool stays cool.
The new McDLT.
Cool crisp.
The beef stays hot, the cool stays crisp. Put it together, you can't resist. The hottest taste, the coolest dish.
Keep it hot, hot. Keep it cool, cool. McDLT. McDLT. Hot, beefy McD. Cool, crisp LT. McDLT. It's a good time. Hot, beefy McD.
For the great taste.
Cool, crisp LT.
Of McDonald's. Could be the best tasting lettuce and tomato hamburger ever.
New McD.
To learn more about the noted author of The Secret Garden and other children's classics, the Library of Congress suggests these books: The Secret Garden, A Little Princess, both by Frances Hodgson Burnett, and a biography, Frances Hodgson Burnett, by Phyllis Bixler. These and many other interesting books are waiting for you in your local library and bookstore. Visit them. They'll be happy to help you read more about it.
Knock, knock.
Monday.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
He's Major Dad. And he's a real scream.
Tuesday, an officer is shot.
Who helps cops when they're in trouble?
An extraordinary story of courage and caring on an all-new Rescue 911. On Jake and the Fat Man. McCabe and the kid, targeted by the mob, are stranded on a deserted island, and only Jake can save them. Wednesday.
From CBS News, this is Health Watch. If you're thinking of going to a tanning parlor this winter, think again. The reason, after this.
There's what inside this cold reliever?
Liquid.
New Comtrex Liquid Gels, liquid cold medicine inside an easy-to-swallow gelatin shell for relief of all these symptoms.
New Comtrex Liquid Gel.
The all-new way to get fast Comtrex relief.
You may have heard that the ultraviolet rays which give you a tan are closely linked with skin cancer and premature skin aging. But they may also injure your eyes, possibly causing cataracts and damaged retinas. The concentrated radiation in a tanning booth is especially dangerous. If you use a tanning machine, the American Medical Association says be sure to wear special yellow protective glasses. But the AMA's main recommendation is avoid tanning machines altogether. I'm Dr. Bob Arnott for Health Watch.
This is CBS.
Here's the little one. You want to sit down here for a while? Oh, your hair's so lovely and soft. Are we going to grow it long? I'm going out tonight. Look what I've got to wear. You've got earrings. Yeah, I've got earrings. They're so pretty. That's okay. That's okay. Listen. Do I look funny? Oh, I'm sure Mommy looks wonderful now. All you have to be is you. Liz Claiborne, The Fragrance. Now at Higbee's.
Now, Bob, everybody knows the news department has to work on Christmas, so we've got to spread some Christmas cheer in here. Merry Christmas, everybody! It's me, Robin Claus. Look at him rushing up. So happy holidays, everybody, and gosh, won't somebody take this fruitcake off my hands?
Not me, babe.
Forget it.
See you later.
Hey, no problem. I love fruitcake. Another Christmas miracle. Tonight at 11, bureaucratic problems in trying to help the homeless.
Don't drink and drive. A public service message from ABC.
Peter Jennings. He has the overseas experience no other can match. He's reported from 98 countries. He's been tested under fire. He knows the workings of the foreign mind. Now, more than ever, turn to ABC's World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
Coming up next on Eyewitness News at 11, reports of tornado damage right here in Ohio tonight. Tom Castlemeyer is tracking the storm.
Has an F-111 like this one been recovered from the ocean floor and turned over to the Russians?
It's getting down to the wire for this man who's seeking an unheard-of 5th term as governor of Ohio. We'll have an update on the race for governor.
And these guys have good reason to be parading around the Coliseum. A look at the forced blowout of the blast. Good evening, I'm Michelle Holden.
And I'm Roger Morris. Eyewitness News at 11 is next.
1986 Century Limited, loaded with options, under $13,000 and 3.9% financing. Tomorrow at Spitzer Buick in Parma.
Working hand, helping hand. Hands that got to boogie along. At McDonald's, our hands are busy too. Busy making biscuits for you.
McDonald's buttermilk biscuit sandwiches, sizzling sausage or bacon, a fresh egg, and melted cheese.
They're taking breakfast by the hand all over the land. It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Fresh baked biscuits, our way of lending a hand.
And we're back. Oh, you can go to a clip.
All right, what is in the safe?
Something for you. Maurice always said it was his most precious gift to you. A will.
Maurice's will is with Port and Dunn.
That's an alternate. This would supersede the other if you wanted to. It splits up the component businesses of Fisher Morrow. It'd be the end of the entire empire as we know it.
Destroy my whole inheritance. Why would he suggest such a thing?
I just don't know. He loved you, Robert. In his own way.
In his own way. At the end, he called me to his deathbed. He could barely speak. But he took the trouble to tell me one last thing. He pulled me close. And I can only make out one word. disappointed.
Oh,
Dramatic exhale.
that's awful.
Really hit that D, too. Disappointed.
Dad.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry, I was never good enough for you, Dad.
Dad.
You sucked. I hate my school. All right. So, obviously the thing too is that Leonardo has to carry on through this thing to make the deal happen so that everybody can wake up, knowing that if Sato doesn't fucking wake up, or if he dies in the dream, he's not going to remember their deal.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a lot, man. He's just like, and you're going to be a lonely old man as we go deeper and deeper, and you're going to fucking just die lonely and old. Because you're going to not have any grasp on reality and shit.
It's still the weirdest part that I have a hard time grasping is that so you wake up and you're in the real world and you don't know anything about your previous life, or you do, but
no, I think you do, but it's so much depending on how long you were down there. Because like Cobb has all the memories of when he was in limbo with Maul. That was 50 plus years, but he remembers all of it. She remembers what she chooses to because she's been told that it wasn't reality. And so in reality, she thinks that it's still not reality because that idea was planted.
Yeah. So basically I mean, that's just it, right? He was just like, we were there 50 years. I couldn't love like that anymore. And then the limbo became her reality. So she was possessed by the idea that when they got home, they had to kill themselves because obviously
they could wake up. That's their
right. But with Saito, like nobody planted that idea in his brain. So he lived through the whole thing. And then once he came out on the other side of it, he knew that it wasn't real.
Right.
It may be the greatest, or not the greatest, but definitely, her framing him. Of course, I guess.
Oh,
really,
yeah, that's brilliant.
I mean, but at the same time, you'd fucking know that she jumped over on that side of the street. If you were any sort of like good cop, you'd be like, I think forensics would be like, there's no way he threw her this far, Chief.
So
plus the windows open up there.
New guy's in the corner puking his guts out.
I thought maybe it was a suite or something that wrapped around.
I thought that the same thing until one of it. I think it was this watch, but if you look through, you can see the door behind her has the little do not disturb and the whole lock and everything on it. So you can tell that they're two separate rooms.
Yeah, because I thought the same thing. They know how fast you were driving based on the skid marks
in your shorts
and on the road. And so, yeah, they would know.
She filed a letter with the attorney saying that he had been abusing her. And then she got 3 psychologists to say that she was sane.
It's
quite
a setup for someone you claim to love.
Yeah.
I mean,
little gone girly.
But if it's not,
yes, it is.
But if it's not reality, then you don't want your loved one to be stuck there thinking it's real.
I know, but at the same time, if your loved one is there thinking it's real and is happy and seems to be reaching out to you in a very, what seems to be sincere way, you might just
stay.
Agree to disagree. I don't know.
I don't know. That feels like a very brainwashy situation, which I mean, obviously that's the whole basis of the movie. But if somebody is telling you, no, this is fine. That's fine. Let's just stay here.
This is great.
I feel like a lot of people get into bad situations when that happens. I listen to way too many
but
true
he's
crime
not the
podcasts.
one filing letters with attorneys being a crazy
Because she's just looking out for his best interest so they can get back to their reality.
In her head, she just wants to see her children.
He's the one that planted that seed. He fucking knows it. And he's just like, I think I can convince her otherwise. And so all of this, so that's in real life. So now all of this dream should exist because of that guilt. And I kept thinking the same thing. I was like, he fucking blames himself for something. Like he's got to forgive himself, because if he could forgive himself, then it'd just be one of those things like, like a tornado would come and suck her up, and take her to this place called Oz. Now, I wasn't finished telling you guys about this earlier.
Go on.
We sang songs.
Was this real life?
Yeah, no. This was a dream.
Or was it fantasy?
Were you really tall?
I was. Well, at first I thought I was, but then there's a Tin Man, and with the oil can on his head, he was a little taller than me. It was a funnel, actually. But
oh no,
I forgot about that.
Man, we should do that movie.
Okay. Sure, yeah.
That guy, the dude who played Tin Man,
got poisoned.
Yeah, he got poisoned because the paint.
So did the witch.
Really?
Yeah, the Green Witch had the green had like a bunch of copper in it. She got really sick.
And there's one of the midgets.
Can't say that anymore.
One of the dwarves. Dwarven actor.
The Munchkins.
One of those little
hung
motherfuckers
himself on set, and you can see it in one of the scenes when they're walking through the enchanted
I feel
forest.
like I've heard this before.
Is that true, or is that like a myth?
No,
it's as real as
this
Richard
is a weird
Gere's gerbil.
This is a weird part of my life as far as Wizard of Oz goes. My stepdad grew up in upstate New York, and there's a city called Chittenango, and that's where the writer of Wizard of Oz is from. And so I used to go there in the summers, and they just have yellow brick sidewalks, and you go have Oz cream, and you do all these things. And so I had like a lot of a lot of Wizard of Oz shit in my life. And then as the older I got, the more like kind of run down this town got, and it just was like this weird. And it'd be like just like one gift shop with some Christmas ornaments, and it was just, but yeah.
Hey, come have the scarecrow corn on the cob.
Yeah, it was really magical when I was little, and then like I kind of just
for our shithole movie sequel May or whatever we decided to do, Return to Oz.
Fuck it. Nightmares are made of that shit.
Keith Reber is gonna have a fit if we're gonna do that. We have to do
Titanic 2.
Titanic.
Yeah,
we
can we do Titanic 2, but Return to Oz, like Amy said, is nightmare fuel on
what is that?
Crack.
I don't know how I watched this as young.
As a 7-year-old.
Whatever
yes.
I was.
I know.
Every time you've had this on trivia a few times, and I am one of maybe 2 people at the table that recognize it because it's all the faces in the globes.
Glass. Yeah.
Fuck off. Every time I'm like, it's that movie that gave me nightmares. It was
Wheelers,
awful.
All of it.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen it since I was 8 years old, whatever it was, but
blood pressure's high.
Yeah,
so it's actually scary, you're saying?
Yes.
It's scary. It's terrifying.
It's terrifying. For a children's movie,
yeah,
it's terrifying.
Well,
so we're gonna do Titanic 2, and we're gonna do He's All That.
Yes,
because I posted the trailer for that on the Jarrett Goes to the Movies fan page this week, a couple days ago.
Yeah,
looks amazing.
We've never seen He's All That.
We saw
She's All That. It's coming out in
Freddie
August.
Prinze Jr.
Oh, that's right.
August? Is it August?
And what's her name? Sarah Jessica Simpson or whatever her name.
Wait, it's not out yet.
Rachel.
He's All That.
Rachel Lee Cook is in it,
the
and
mom.
Matthew Lillard is also in it.
That's right. Yeah.
What was his name in that film?
Brock.
Brock
Hudson.
You want to Brock?
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, just the fucking worst.
Yes.
Okay.
It's awful. Oh
All
my
right.
God.
Let's get to another clip here, guys.
Must have blown you off. That is, unless her phone number really is only 6 digits. Funny way to make friends, someone stealing your wallet like that.
God damn it. Wallet alone's worth at least
About $500, right? Listen, don't worry about it. My people are already on it as we speak.
Who or what is Mr. Charles?
It's a gambit designed to turn Fisher against his own subconscious.
And why don't you approve?
Because it involves telling the Mark that he's dreaming, which involves attracting a lot of attention to us.
Didn't Cobb say anything to do that?
So now you've noticed how much time Cobb spends doing things he says never to do.
Mr. Siren, can I have a moment?
I'm sorry about that. Wait. You look a bit back here. Very amusing, Mr. Hughes. Turbulence on the plan? No, it's much closer.
It's useless driving.
So much happens right there. You know, they say, you know, that he's like, I don't really approve of the Mr. Charles thing because you're telling the Mark that he's dreaming. He's like, well, he fucking says not to do that. Yeah, he doesn't really listen to himself. He just does what he wants to do. But yeah, whoever said that earlier, that's what's happening in like the second scene of the movie, right? Is that he's telling him it's the same bit, only Sato figured it out.
Yeah, Mr. Charles is in charge of kind of making sure that
all of their days
and all
their
How
nights.
long you been sitting on that one?
I mean, about 8 seconds.
Oh.
Since he just
Good
said,
job.
like a rodeo.
Nice, dude. Yeah,
God,
you fucking
that
wrote
was
it.
a good one.
Really, really rode that.
Mm-hmm. How I do.
Well, and then I think at this point you realize that code that he just made up is going to be important.
Right. Yeah, that didn't hit me until actually we started talking about it today when the one of the other scenes that we watched, it clicked. I'm just like, oh, they had him just shout out 5 numbers. That's good enough. All right, let the other guy go. Let's go. You know, we fucking got it.
Because now we can use this.
Because it's like, wait a minute, what did you tell him? Like, what numbers did you say?
And then it goes a little further. Well, did you see them torture him? And then, well, that is getting a little ahead,
no,
but-
you're right. And it's, but here you start to see that the reality, or at least the second dream, is leaking into this. So they're feeling the bumps in the road because it's so crazy. They're feeling they're seeing the storm in the sky, and like there's, you know, it's raining, and just, you know, pretty cool. I liked how they worked all that in. I liked how, you know, they're just walking through the hallway and there's a goddamn bump in the road, you know, while meanwhile this dude is driving like a fucking maniac up there.
And it gives us, I didn't remember when we decided we were going to watch it, or even when I sat down to watch it, but that rotating hallway scene was hot shit back then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it is hot shit now. And you know, that's not CGI. They built a special rotating room with a camera affixed to one end so that, you know, it or can be affixed or not affixed based on the effect that you're trying to do as you shoot down that hallway. But yeah, not CGI.
Really? So those actors were actually like jumping around and like
Joseph Gordon-Levitt did his own stunts for that.
Yeah, well,
piece of the film.
Yeah, you can see his face the whole time. I mean, I thought that all of the scenes that took place in that hallway, I mean, like, that whole thing was brilliant. How everybody's asleep, and I'm probably getting ahead of myself here too, but we're talking about the hallway. But
wait, they're sleeping?
How he gets everybody in the hotel, and he basically just wraps them all up together, and then he's just kind of floating them down the hallway or whatever, and it's just like, you know, okay, we're gonna get them into this elevator.
Yeah,
you know,
God, it'd be so cool if I could get Everett to school that way. You know,
yeah,
you just float him,
shoes on your feet, just
float
float
him
you like a
out.
balloon.
I think fight scenes would be very difficult to coordinate in general, but then you take gravity out of the situation, and that's more like dancing than fighting. And I think that, so just like Eric said, it's just a corridor that's suspended, and it can go either way, and it's really interesting to watch.
So Jarrett, something you said earlier when we were talking about the budget was, you know, it was 160 million to make, and you mentioned, I'm sure a lot of that is special effects. One of the things that I was reading about this film is that the average kind of action film will have about 2,000 kind of CGI shots of some sort to make that seem real. This one, 500. They used more practical effects in this than they did CGI effects for those action sequences.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks amazing. It really does. I mean,
that's really interesting.
It has to give it, I mean, I guess you would have to see it also done in CGI to notice a difference, but there's a feel to all of it that's kind of dreamy, as it should be.
Sure.
But not too dreamy, because you want it, because the whole point of it is for it to seem real enough to the subject that they aren't put off by it.
Right.
Right. They don't show up in a land of yellow brick roads and
Sure.
unicorns flying on dinosaurs and shit like that. Like, it's got to be as close to real. So I bet that's some of the reasoning behind it.
Then they get to his subconscious though, and it's like the fucking snowy G.I. Joe shit.
Fucking Hoth on Star Wars.
I mean, it just started to get more and more it's just a snowy situation.
A bunker.
And everybody's going to get shot at, Meanwhile, the van is crashing. So gravity's gone in the hotel, right? I mean,
but if the van's falling, so if I understand it correctly, like if the van takes
30
seconds to fall from the bridge to the bottom. Oh no, because the van's still already in a dream. So
right,
they had 20 minutes.
Yes, so so if it takes 3 seconds in real life,
then they
it
get
takes
an hour,
20 minutes in the first, so then you lose gravity for a series of years by the time you get to that third level. If it compounds the way that they say everything does, is that how that works? Because it seems like that hallway scene was an hour of...
But they weren't losing gravity in the snow because they were further away.
They're further away. That's right. So the first second of gravity loss in the van, in the second layer, which would be the hotel?
Yes.
It would be
20 seconds.
20 seconds. So then the last layer, I mean, like you said, it would be compounded by 10. So it hadn't reached that last layer yet.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, it also, it's funny how, to me, it all seemed like it was all moving really fast and all this was happening, whatever. And then it seemed like the van falling off the bridge took half the movie.
Yeah,
which is true.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it fucking took half the movie for the van to fall off the bridge. But I mean, they were driving 140 fucking miles an hour the rest of the time. I guess that's just, we were just watching it.
But I think that just goes to prove how long it goes each layer down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, and that was our hourglass, so to speak. Right. I mean,
yes.
Now, it's funny. The guy who's driving the van, the chemist, is just like, sod it. And it's funny. Anytime that kind of shit happens, I fucking just think about Americans going, the fuck did he just say?
Yeah.
Sod it.
Yeah. They'll say,
yeah,
like,
sodded it.
This sodding is like fucking thing. So sawed off, which here in Texas is a sawed off. That's a shotgun.
Yeah.
Gives you a little more area.
Yeah. It blasts,
yeah,
bigger pellet cloud.
Wow. Look at you.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
What? All right. So again, the van fell off the bridge, and so this van falling off the bridge fucking makes an avalanche. No, I guess it is. So it's the impact, I guess, was so big that the fucking hotel is going crazy. And now there's an avalanche in G.I. Joe land and all this shit. So everybody's heading back to base for something because I guess the dude's subconscious is starting to catch up.
Yeah, that something's going on back there. Forget all the rest of this
out, right? Yep. And then, god damn it, fucking Mal shows up.
I had a bad feeling about her from the start.
Mal. Man, this fucking stinky bitch just goddamn ruins everything.
She already
Did you say that because she's French?
Cobb's life. Now she's trying to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah. Fucking god
people
damn
alone.
It, man.
Mind your own business for once.
Yeah.
Lady.
Damn it. All right, guys. So we do have a new game. We only have 2 more clips left. I figured this would be a good time to play our game. We do a thing. I got to make a theme song for this, actually. I'll do that in the coming week or so.
2 truths and a lie, 2 truths and a lie, 2 truths and a lie, 2 lies and 1 truth, 1 lie and 2 truths.
Game show.
All right. Whose turn is it?
It's mine.
So the way that it works is we all play, and it's fun.
I have to increase the font size on this. I'm telling you. Eyesight
right, old man.
is going.
You got
all
this
right.
birthday coming up, and all of a sudden.
All right. Here we go. Statement number 1. Christopher Nolan has said that the snow-based third-level dream was inspired by his favorite James Bond movie, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Statement number 2. Inception was the 4th highest-grossing film of 2010. behind only Toy Story 3, Alice in Wonderland, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Statement number 3, only 3 characters in the film call Dom Cobb by his first name. The only 3 characters in the film that call Dom Cobb by his first name are Mal, Miles, and Ariadne.
Can I hear the second one more time?
Inception was the 4th highest grossing film worldwide of 2010, behind only Toy Story 3, Alice in Wonderland, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Ooh.
God, did fucking Alice in Wonderland do that well?
That's what I'm thinking. It's either that
I saw it in
or
theaters.
3.
Yeah, or 3, which is
Because I don't know if Ariadne knew his first name, which is Dom.
She did. I thought she did keep calling him Cobb, but I actually, you've been saying Dom this entire episode, and I didn't know who you were talking about. I thought his name was Cobb.
I didn't realize his first name until I watched it this time.
Right. And then now y'all are on a first name basis because you've seen this so many times.
Leo and I are very close.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't know that.
You know who I know. God damn it.
No.
Nobody.
Jarrett.
Nobody.
Cricket.
Nobody. I know.
The silence
I
we
know
all just
crickets.
experienced on the audio version of this.
You know who I know.
Cricket Man?
You know who. All right. Okay, who's going to go first?
I got to pull up my score sheet here.
I'm gonna go number 3.
That number 3 is the lie.
Mhm.
Okay.
What was number 1 again?
Number 1 was that Christopher Nolan says that the snow base was based off of his favorite James Bond film, On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
I'm going to say number 2.
Okay.
I've never even heard of that James Bond movie. Oh, thanks, Sean.
That's real. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a bona fide James Bond.
Bona fide Bond.
Snow bunnies, movies everywhere.
That's got to be a movie, right?
Bona fide Bond
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
Bona fide Bond. Yeah, I'm gonna go with number the one about the 4th highest grossing film.
That's the lie. That's what you think the lie is?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said the same thing.
Yeah.
Sean?
Also going with number 2.
Amy is the only one who got this correct. There are only 2 characters in the film that called Dom by his first name. They are Mal and Miles, the dad. Inception was the 4th highest grossing film of 2010, and
Man.
those were the 3 films
That's
that were ahead of
surprising.
it.
I'm fucking, that's crazy to me that
Alice in Wonderland made $1 billion
huge, yeah.
that year.
I went and saw it like on a
crazy.
premiere night, like an IMAX.
Damn.
I still haven't seen it.
Me
And
either.
guess what? Wasn't that good?
And
No.
Toy Story 3
Yeah, I knew
Oh,
that
I love
one
made
was
that
$1
one.
billion.
And obviously
Of
the
course.
Harry
Saw that in
Potter
theaters,
made
too.
all the billions. Yeah.
I really did. I swear
all right.
to God, with Gabe.
Amy,
I
good
probably
job.
did.
And I
too.
don't.
Good
We
job,
didn't
Amy.
have children. I don't think. Did
No, I didn't need to have children to see Toy
Yeah.
Story. Oh no, Toy Story 3, 2010. No.
we? That might have been where I stole a Slurpee from a child that I didn't know.
It's always
Nope,
He was
that
ask-
was Transformers.
Was asking for
That's
it.
the best way to get
I
a
don't
Slurpee.
regret it.
The
It
way
was
he-
empty.
Well,
way
he was
dressed.
slurping on it, and she fucking just took it from him and said, "Nope."
Threw it on the
So you get
floor.
for
Can't do
leaving your
that.
child unattended in a fucking movie theater. I did. I just went, it's empty, and moved it to the other cup holder.
Oh,
Sorry, buddy.
good move.
And then my friend said, "You can't do that."
Just
yes,
did.
you can.
Fuck, I can't.
just did.
There's no use in reviving him. His mind's already trapped down there. It's all over.
So that's it, then we failed.
We're done. I'm sorry.
Well, it's not me that doesn't get back to my family, is it? It's a shame. I really wanted to know what was going to happen in there. I swear we had this one.
Let's set the charges.
No, there's still another way. We just have to follow Fisher down there.
Not enough time.
No, but there will be enough time down there. And we will find him. Okay, as soon as Arthur's music kicks in, just use the defibrillator to revive him. We can give him his own kick down below. Look, you get him in there. As soon as the music ends, you blow up the hospital, and we all ride the kick back up the layers.
Well, it's worth the shot. If Saito can hold the guards off while I set the charges.
Saito will never make it, will he?
We've got to try this.
Go for it. If you are not back for the kick, I am gone with or without you. She's right. She's right.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I'm just gonna leave you here, you son of a bitch.
That's what you get for getting shot.
Loser.
Dum dum.
Well, lots is happening here. Third Rock from the Sun is fucking with the elevator, and the van's still falling. Limbo's collapsing now. They get to limbo, and it's just falling down.
In 2 movies from now, that van will still be.
It still is. It's still falling.
Its
Actually,
way.
in Inception 3 is where it hits the
Yeah.
water. This just in. Now, keep kind of going back to what went wrong with Mal and him in the dream world. And, it's that they built and they built and they built. It was beautiful. And then they started doing memories. And then he fucking didn't want to do it anymore. He plants the idea like a virus.
But don't they have these totems for this explicit purpose for her to know whether or not she's in the right world?
Right, but she locked it away.
She's decided that them going that even in their own reality, that even reality now is a dream. And
okay, well,
because he told her that it was.
She's yeah, like
I know, but that's what I'm saying is that, but you have this thing that's meant to be kind of the end all be all of what people are telling you or what it is you want to hear or the things happening around you. This thing was always the thing that you could trust to know where you were in life or dream.
Right.
And that, yeah, and I understand that she, that he told her this or she feels that, but at the end of the day, your compass was right here.
You would
and
think
you didn't
that she would
use
just
it.
spin that top.
That's what I mean.
Right.
And watch it keep going and know that she was in a dream. So just shoot me in the head and get it over with so we can get back up.
But what he planted into her head is that her world wasn't real, that death was the only escape. That's planted in that dream thing to get her to go, but it carries over. That's the thing that he planted. That's the thing that she locked away. So there it was, locked away in the safe.
Right. So she locked her own totem. She locked it away so she could not access it.
She believes that, just like Fisher at the end believes that his dad wants him to split the company up.
Right.
Okay.
None of that's reality, but that's
what they believe.
That's what's been planted in the head. And that's the thing, right? We go back to the movie, the conversation with the helicopter. And he says, that's impossible. We can't plan an idea. And he goes, it is possible. I've done it.
Yeah.
He fucking did it to his wife.
Yep.
Okay, so
Okay,
my
good.
question is, if she locked away the totem and he took it in her world, is it still there?
No, she didn't lock away the totem. She locked away that idea that was planted in her head that death was the only escape, that her world wasn't real.
Okay, so by him taking it, it had no effect on her because he already planted the seed.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is,
but
that
I'm with
he
you, Sean. I thought like that she put that top in the safe
Yeah.
and locked it away so she could not access. She was protecting herself.
Right. Yes, that's right. In
Locks
the
it
dream
away.
world. But in the real
Right.
world, he has it because she's dead.
Right. Yeah. And nobody designing a dream would know that you had a top in your pocket.
Yeah, except your husband.
Right.
Yeah. If you have shared bank accounts. I
Sure.
mean, other than that, who the fuck does? I don't know.
I don't know who ordered this top.
I don't get into your top business.
Who got a top subscription from Amazon?
Jared's
Why do
only
these
into the
tops
bottom
keep
business.
showing up? Careful with that.
Top of ramen. Toppy.
Do they have bottom ramen?
Top. They
Pepperoo.
should. God.
I think
Yeah, it comes out
strong
about
bottom
6.
ramen.
It comes out about 6 hours after you eat top
Wasn't
ramen.
that a song? Wasn't that a Jackson 5 song? Bottom ramen. Bottom ramen.
What?
Go bottom ramen.
Ramen.
And you told a story today about a guy who told you that your next Bowling for Soup song should be "My Next Door Neighbor's a Porn Star," but here you are riffing on Bottom Robin.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure
Yeah,
I know.
and
where...
was I wrong? Wasn't that the best idea for a fucking song? Like, I'd never be able to come up with that on my own.
I just
Thanks, dude.
cringed sitting there on my couch going,
Oh,
"What?"
yeah, that kind of
this
shit
guy's
happens to me all the
he's
time.
so
man.
clever. This guy was so proud.
Somebody's just, it fucking happens all the time. Like, people think they can write my shit
better than Jarrett Reddick can write his
or
shit.
as good as I can. And it's not fucking easy to be funny in songs. It's not. And it's not a given. Even if you're a funny person, it's a fucking skill to make people laugh with a song and still make it mean something.
Yes.
And to fucking come in a room with me and go, I know we're supposed to write a country song, but I've got this idea. I just think we've got to do it.
I saw her in a tank top. I wonder what's going on.
It's called
Come
Get
on.
This. My neighbor is a porn star. And he fucking leans back like he
Chuckles.
has just
Oh,
goddamn
no.
revolutionized songwriting forever.
We might as well print up the Grammy now because there's.
I was nauseous. I was
it
physically
made me
ill.
mad.
I was physically fucking ill. And here's the thing. This is that's disrespectful. That's that guy thinking that he can do what I do better than me.
I went on the ASCAP website, looked his shit up, and I mailed a bomb to his house.
No, the disclaimer, that did not happen.
You don't know.
Eric cannot actually do a bomb. He can do a bomb ass fucking breakdance.
Yeah.
From time
Maybe it's a glitter bomb. Maybe
Yes,
it's really going to piss him off.
A poop bomb.
Yeah, that'd be the thing. Don't ever blow. If you're mad at me, don't blow me up. Fucking don't fucking do that.
I'm not gonna blow you up.
Glitter is my kryptonite, man. I fucking hate it. I hate it, and that's just it.
I'm gonna write it down.
Confetti too, man. There's confetti
Same.
in my yard from the last couple of parties we've had that I guarantee you it's going to be there in 3 years.
You know those water balloons that the guy came up with, where you can fill up 100 of them at one time. Now that person deserves all the money in the world.
I agree.
And they got it. They got it.
I
They
take
sold
nothing
that shit.
away
Yep.
from the brilliance and genius that is spending about 2 minutes and ending up with 500 water balloons.
God, the kids have no idea how good they.
But
I know
the 500 individual little bits of balloon rubber that end up
Mhm.
all over my yard
Melted.
for months.
Yeah.
Because you can't pick them all up.
Nope.
You
Yeah.
mow over them, and it's just creates more shredded up rubber all over your backyard to where it just looks like a unicorn exploded.
Yeah.
And that's it. So that part of it kind of shitty, but the rest of it fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But for all of the bad times in life, Jarrett, there are good times too. You know, a roller coaster has to roll to the bottom if you ever want to climb back to the top again.
Yeah, that's good. You know, I mean, it's like this. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both. You know, and there you have
And
the
they've
facts
got
of life.
different strokes.
Yeah. You know, the world doesn't move to the beat of just one drum.
Thank you for being a friend. Traveling down the road and back again.
Thank you for
My
being
heart is
a
true. You're a
friend.
friend and a confidant.
All right, Sato, he dead.
Yeah. R.I.P.
And this dude, the other guy has started the music, which that's the countdown, right? Like, I don't know in which dream that's only like 20 minutes, but it starts and everybody starts to, oh shit, I thought I heard that over there on the cliff, but shit, it's really loud now.
Still going.
Yeah.
But it's coming.
Right. Well, so they go to fucking they basically, this is all fucking crazy. So he decides he's going to stay there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stay in that area. So the female character in the show just shoots his fucking wife.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Oh, yeah,
it
for
should
sure.
have been done by him.
Because she tried to stab him.
Yeah. Well, she just shot her. You know? So, and instead of just going home, he decides he's going to stay down there. He's going to look for, was that the right thing to do? Maybe, maybe not. He couldn't have seen his kids if he went back. He has to bring this guy back. This
so
is
there's
his
no
only
point in
chance.
going back
Yeah.
unless you can see your kids. So you might as well stay down there as
Yes,
long
this
as
is
it
the
takes.
only reason he agreed to the job in the first place.
Exactly.
Mhm. This is the thing, right? So, then of course there's the big fact that he looks in the safe. The dad tells him that he's disappointed that he couldn't, that he thought he had to be
That he
him,
tried,
that
yeah.
he tried. And then there's a pinwheel in there, and you know, I don't know what was the significance.
Just
of
like
the
in the
pinwheel?
picture.
Oh, that's right.
Because he put the picture of himself as a little boy with his pinwheel, with his dad
that's
on the
right.
bedside, but he never noticed.
That's right. Okay. God damn it, man. That
So yeah, I put it
is-
there. He didn't care.
Oh man.
Oh, good for you. I mean,
Now-
I feel like that was the very good answer to your question, and then you just, oh, good for you.
That
her?
wasn't me. That was fucking Batman.
Homer.
That was Batman. Homer.
Homer Batman.
All right. So there we go. Then everybody blows up. That's the kick. You got to go. Don't lose yourself. Find Sato, bring him back. That's what's going to happen. You know, and then the last flash that we see, which they had never addressed, is that hand in hand, he and his wife, 50 years, they had slept together. She said, "You said we were going to grow old together." We did. They did age in those dreams. They lived like a real 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to let her go.
And that's why he said earlier that when they woke up, they were old souls living in young bodies.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because you have the brain of someone who's lived, let's say, 80 years, assuming that they're 30, when they go down there for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
And what a terrible thing, because the beauty of being young, and they always say like youth is wasted on the young, right? Because you get to a certain age, our age, and you look back on kind of the time before all the pressures and before all of the kind of things that you have, all of your responsibilities, and you could just be a dumb fuck.
Yeah.
And it kind of was maybe not okay, but at least.
But there weren't repercussions like there would be now.
Absolutely. And to have that stolen from you and be young, but have the experience and kind of knowledge of an 80-year-old person would suck.
But would they?
It's the only time of your life that you get to be a kid is when you're a kid or a young adult. And all the rest of your life is
but their knowledge of being
an adult.
Their knowledge of being an 80-year-old person wouldn't be reality, though.
It wouldn't be reality,
because
but it would be enough.
They would have wasted
there.
their young-ish years in a world that they created without any other real people. And so their experiences, like you said, aren't real.
Yeah, but he freely admitted that they were old souls.
Oh, sure.
Going back.
Because they've lived together for 50 years.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but they didn't get like video games and shit.
Or pregnancies. I mean, let's think about this.
Yeah.
So they are within reproduction years, right?
Yeah.
They got to be fucking. I mean, there's nothing else to do.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So can she not, theoretically,
she couldn't get pregnant in her dream?
Exactly.
Have little dream kids?
I feel like I've had that a couple times.
Yeah. Gotten pregnant in your dream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got pregnant from an affair with Kenan Thompson.
Yeah, that did happen.
Recently.
I'm sorry that didn't pan out for
In
you.
And Jarrett was really upset, but then he started calculating like our child support situation. We were like,
He's like, yeah, I'm okay with it.
we could work it out.
Yeah, he's got that good burger money. So
Yeah, exactly.
you guys be back.
Mhm.
Call up the moat guy.
All the free orange soda we want.
We're getting another moat.
But yeah, I didn't think about that. Can you not get pregnant in your
I think
dream
I've been
space?
pregnant in my dreams before.
Yeah.
But I didn't get pregnant.
Was
It's
it right
like
after
the thing
you
where I
watched
just
that
came to.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito
Yeah, totally.
Junior?
Yeah.
Junior,
they were in
Junior?
twins together too.
They
right?
were in twins.
Twins Junior. I don't remember.
Inception Conception.
Wow. Kurt Fletcher.
Mhm.
Oh,
Way to
my
go,
God.
buddy.
Mhm.
Wow. That's fucking great.
It's a play on words.
Have you come to kill me? I'm waiting for someone.
Someone from a half-remembered dream.
God. Impossible. We were young men together. I'm an old man. Filled with regret. Waiting to die alone. I've come back for you. To remind you of something.
something you once knew. That this world is not real.
To convince me to honor our arrangement.
To take a leap of faith, yes. Come back. So we can be young men together again. Come back with me. Come back.
Keep expecting the guy to go something dark side.
What?
He looks like the Emperor from
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if I missed it, but do we know how long Cobb was looking for Saito at this point?
See, I didn't catch that either. I don't know. I mean, it's almost like he wakes up and it's like, okay, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Sato that had gone down to the next level. He's the one that had to be down there and be old and stuff. Leonardo didn't die.
Right.
So he could. It's fucking confusing.
That's the only.
It's
not the only, but that's one of the things that I was always caught up on. Like, well, how long did it take him to find him? Because he's obviously not aged that much.
Yeah.
But he's worn. Like he's, he hasn't eaten anything in a long time, and
Right.
he's, all scabby and shit.
Who knows? I don't
know the answer to that.
Well, it's nice that they get a nice welcome home, and Michael Caine, famous
Caine.
actor,
yeah,
is there. They go home, and he sees his kids, and everybody's happy. And y'all got anything to add before I get to this top situation?
I'll talk about the top situation after you. I will assume lose your goddamn mind.
So I spent 2.5 hours watching this movie, unraveling. Now I've spent another 2.5 hours.
Was that the last clip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I've spent another 2.5 hours talking about it. So I've spent 5 hours. I've got 5 hours invested in this son of a bitch. And that top is spinning, and it looks like it's going to fall, and then it kind of gets some gusto again. I'm like, okay, they'll do that. Those fuckers, they'll spin for
you
a
never
minute,
know
then,
with a top. They got a mind of their own.
It's, and then it'll start spinning again. And you think it's going to stop.
Gravity's weird anyway. No one can really explain it.
You may think I'll stop spinning, but I'll start spinning again.
You leave, I start spinning again. So then it acts like it's going to fall again.
But
and it keeps spinning, and then it just goes dark. And I am like, what
He went
the fuck?
loud.
Like, what the fuck?
I had been waiting the entire movie for that moment. At one point, I was getting tired, and he was like, "We should just go to bed and finish this tomorrow." And I was like, "No, let's power through," because I was like, I know for a fact that you have to watch 2.5 hours straight of this movie to get the full effect of that fucking ending. Like,
so
God damn it.
I think the cut to black is an overused and cheap device in filmmaking that attempts to maybe give a little more interest to maybe a story that's not quite interesting. I feel the opposite in its use in this film, and here's why. Because I think the entire point of the film was, and the only reason that we even have this setup is because he wanted to get back to a happy life with his children. That's the whole point of the movie. And it was more important for him to think that that's where he was than to find out whether it was reality or not. It doesn't matter whether it is or isn't. And as viewers, we only care because we have a predisposition to want to know the rest of the story. Like I have fully admitted on this show, I like it when a movie ends and then it goes, 6 months later, and they
Right. They follow up.
It pans to a beach, and everyone's happy. I live for that.
I
stuff.
can't stand it when they leave. Okay, so what the fuck happens? You know, yeah.
But in this specific case, I think it was the right way to end the film, because this character, the only thing that mattered to him was this one specific thing. He did get it, whether or not we know it's real, whether or not he knows it's real. He got what he wanted. That's the movie. That's
I mean, fucking fantastic point. Fantastic. I mean, that I'm off the ledge. You know, I'm not gonna pull a Mal, you know, and
I'm
jump
glad.
right off it.
Okay, good.
You know, that's a very, very, very good explanation. And you're right. It doesn't matter if he's where he wants to be. He's got his dad. He's got the kids. You know, obviously his wife is still dead.
She's still dead.
But he has the reality that he was trying to get to.
I have one edit because you stole the words right out of my mouth. That is exactly how I feel about this ending. But I wish instead of the table, he would have put that in a safe. He would have spun it and then locked it and then gone to see his children.
Never know.
Because then he himself would never know.
Yeah.
Now he's going to go out and see his children, and then he's going to turn around and come back into the kitchen, and he's going to see whether or not that top is still spinning.
Good point.
Yeah.
And I wish that he would never know.
That's excellent as well.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Do you want to know the ending?
What?
Or do we just not mention it?
No, I mean, is there the creator has an explanation for what the deal is?
Kind of.
Okay.
So I watch these movies with headphones on, so I get to hear a lot of little things. When you have that movie playing, you can hear the totem start slowing down. Then Michael Caine, after reading the script before signing on, he goes, I'm confused. How do I know when I'm acting, is this real or a dream? And Nolan said, oh, if you're in it, it's real. So that right there solidifies that it was real.
But I've also seen
If
interviews
you're
with
in
him
it,
where
it's
he
real.
says, this is the question I get asked about my career more than any other question combined. And he kind of says that it's unimportant to him whether the viewer does or doesn't think it's reality or it's a dream. Because, again, all movies, but this one I think especially so, we have to live within its boundaries. And
There you go.
those are the boundaries he set. And the boundaries aren't beholden to a viewer of a movie. This is the story. This is the whole story. This is all you get. These four walls contain everything. And so he just says that never really occurs to me. I don't lose any sleep over that. And kind of frankly, it makes it sound like he separates himself as a writer and creator of the story from a viewer of this story. And so
on top of that, I read something real quick because I didn't know if I wanted to read anything about it or just formulate my own opinion, and I kind of did both. But I read one quick thing, and Christopher Nolan said, I don't want people to chase their dreams. I want them to chase their reality. And so it's up to you at the end of this to figure out what's your dream or what's your reality, because they're not necessarily the same.
Yeah.
And going back to Michael Caine, that was only within the last few years. So for almost 10 years, everybody was going to what Eric was talking about.
On Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Good night, Mike. Michael
You know,
Caine checking
it's one of those things where it does leave, you know, it makes it to
Nailed
where
it.
when you
Sounded
see
just
it
like him.
again, when you watch it again, you'll look for those subtle hints as to whether or not they hint at, you know, the what happens at the end or whatever. I mean, you know, my favorite movie is Pulp Fiction. There's all these theories of what's in the case, and as far as I know, it's never been divulged. But people think, okay, it's.
But would you want to know?
At this point, I don't. I mean, I at one point it was like, okay, it's Marcellus Wallace's soul, and you know, it was somehow, you know, it's just odd. He's got this Band-Aid on the back of his neck in the scene where Butch comes over and talks to him and shit. And then, you know, there's this case that it's been stolen, you know, and it's a whole thing. Anyway, yeah, at this point, I like the fact that I don't know what it is, and that I get to see people react to it, you know, and that like when the boys go in to get it, you know, from look at the big brain on Brett, you know. Anyway, it's a very similar sort of thing, and that whole movie is based around that fucking case. And
it's like the George Strait suitcase and Carrying in Love with Me video.
Okay, well there you go.
Well, it was The Love, right?
West Virginia, I think.
Mountain Mama
Down to Tennessee.
Guys, let's go around the room. I'm gonna say I'm glad we watched this. Honestly, again, I thought it was going to be Memento. It was really cool to see this. I would 100% watch it again. Very good movie. Eric, what'd you think, man?
Yeah, like I said, I was not happy about having to watch it when I found out it was 2 hours and 40 minutes long, especially, and just having it in my mind that I didn't like this when I saw it 10, 12 years ago. But I turned quickly and I really enjoyed it. I tried very hard to not overthink it. I tried very hard to allow that story to be told in the way that it was, you know, that the creator intended it to be told to me. And I think that was really important in getting something out of this movie, maybe that I didn't the first time I watched it. So yes, I recommend it. I thought it was great. And the acting, we didn't really talk much about the acting.
Yeah, we didn't.
It's really good.
Yeah.
The effects are really good. The story's good. 2 thumbs up for me.
Agreed. We didn't talk about the acting a lot. I mean, yeah, to me, the acting almost gets covered up in just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. You know, I mean, a lot of times when Leonardo is on camera, you're just so fucking mesmerized by what's coming out of his mouth that you're almost,
or just his mouth alone,
or just his mouth. Yeah, either one. But yeah, you're right. Is fantastically acted. You know,
any small break in the acting would really take you out of this film.
Yeah, everybody was a champ for sure. You know, Casey.
I liked it. I saw this movie when it came out. I have not seen it since. I definitely was curious if it was going to hold up, because I remember being like mind blown when I saw it. I'm like, how does that age after like 11 years? But I think it was great. You know, I think that I was pleasantly surprised. I was excited to watch you watch it, and definitely it was funny watching someone watch it for the first time because it's so fucking confusing. So watching it for the second time, I was understanding things that maybe I didn't pick up on the first time. And watching you go, fucking what? You know? But yeah, I'm glad we did this one. It was great.
Yeah, it was good. Amy.
I love this movie. I don't know how many times I've seen it, but I remember after the first time watching it, I knew that I had to watch it again. And I watched it again. And we owned it. Like, I couldn't buy it fast enough. So I loved it. And I've really looked forward to talking about it. And I think it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. I'm anxious to see it again. Jonathan, what'd you think, man?
This is going to be a little bit of a tangent, but I saw it when it came out. Maybe I just didn't pay attention to it. When you guys mentioned we were doing it, I was dreading it. I watched it, and it's all I could think about for days.
Yeah.
And I feel that a movie shouldn't end when you hit stop or you leave the theater. If it's that good, you should be taking it with you for days. And one thing I thought about is when Eric and I talk about video games, and he talks about Skyrim. It's, you know, when did Skyrim come out? Over 10 years ago, and you're still playing it?
Yeah.
Like, that's a good example. Like, I love Red Dead Redemption 2. I can't stop thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this movie I think it just entered my top 10 of all time.
Wow. Yeah. That's huge, man. Yeah, I do agree with you. That's a fantastic thing. Fantastic point, fantastic observation, and I do agree. I think, you know, some movies, obviously, it's like you Dumb and Dumber, you don't fucking necessarily got to take that with you, but you go out and you repeat the jokes and shit. But yeah, I you know, Fight Club, for example. I mean, me and Eric Chandler saw that on a radio radio tour when we were promoting one of our albums, and we fucking talked about it for 3 days. Like, I mean, literally it just come up and I'd go, God damn it. Like, how did we not know? And, this and that, just like what that, and, so yeah, this is definitely one of those ones. I thought about it all day today. I did. I and I think I'll be thinking about it, for the next few days, because again, it's all unraveling in my head, how confusing that first 30 minutes is. And then how they just slowly break it down for you over the rest of the movie. Mm-hmm. Here's what that was. But fantastic pick, whoever picked this one. And I honestly don't remember who that was. Anybody want to take credit for that?
It was on my list, but I don't know if I threw it out there.
Amy has good movies on her list. She just reads them off and we go, yeah, that
but
one.
Sean has long movies on his list. So, it could have been.
It could have been Sean.
Either.
That's why it's Amy's podcast.
Y'all don't want to watch this Romanian 1970s black and white.
No talking.
It's got De Niro.
Film noir.
Sean, let's see if anybody wrote us a letter.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
Eric and friends, thanks for having me on 5 questions. Sorry my internet kept dropping. I had a very important question to ask, but with the poor connection, I didn't want to waste your time. Eric, assuming dream sharing is real, who would you rather wet dream share with? Now, before you just say Josh Millman, of course, he's tall and handsome in that sexy voice of yours, let me make a case. I'm efficient. A 5-minute nap in the real world gives us an hour in the dream world. After our fun, you'd still have 58 minutes to do whatever you want. It's a win-win scenario. I eagerly await your reply. As always, keep up the good work and never stop laughing. Love, Jeff Millman.
That's fantastic.
That is. I love how he takes it back to like the first. It's like we just saw him.
P.S.
For 5. Okay. God damn it. Fuck.
How cool would it have been if the dancing in the dark plays lined up with the safe combination from the movie 528-941? That would have been creepy and weird.
Also, that's not enough. That song's fucking huge.
I know what ding dong head said 1 million. Zaldor should know better. 1 million plays.
Yeah, he's
what
a radio
ding dong
guy,
head.
Too. He's a radio guy.
What a ding dong, Eller. Quit being a ding dong.
Ding dong butt.
So, I choose Casey Musgraves for my wet dream sharing.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's an interesting one.
I don't know how she would
Smoke
feel
some
about
dream weed.
Yeah.
You guys would be so high.
Dream weeder.
Flying through the sky.
All right, guy. Eric.
Guy.
God damn it.
Hey, guy.
Hey, guy. Hey, I'm not your buddy, guy.
Hey, what's up, Chief?
Hey, buddy.
You want to hear about some ways to connect with us?
I would love it.
Broseph. Well, on our website, JarrettGoesToTheMovies.com. On Facebook, you've got a couple of options. Jarrett Goes to the Movies, our page, the Jarrett Goes to the Movies fan page. On YouTube and Switch, it's Jarrett Goes to the Movies. What you will want to do is subscribe. I don't know if you know about this. You subscribe, you smash the subscribe button, then you turn on notifications. So do both of those. On Instagram and Twitter, at Jarrett Movies. On Patreon, that's how you can support the little podcast that could. Join the winning team, patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Email us, jarrettgoestothemovies@gmail.com. And you can text us or leave a voicemail. Either way, the number is the same, 714-451-6029. That's 714-451-6029. We would ask that you join us next week for our presentation and critique of Joe Dirte.
All right. Well, thank you very, very much, Eric. Thanks for sharing. Guys, remember, if you do share our podcast, please make the share thing public so that we can thank you. Those of you who did, your names are Celeste Mary Meadows, Woody Chambers, Joey Bishop, Chad Hawkins, David Kendrick, Mike Leblanovitz, Zaldor, Ivana the Dick, Simon Rogers, Woody Utink, Chris Pulse.
It's a thinker.
That one came to me because you said something about that earlier, and I was like, that'd be a great name.
What do you think?
Chris Pulse, Carissa James, Barry Ferguson, Peanut Possibilities Facebook page, Cheryl Gaza, maybe Goza. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you guys so very much for sharing. Thank you for listening. And we'll see you next time. Actually, fuck it. We'll see you down the road.